Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Foreign Nerdies podcast. I'm Mr. Worldwide himself, Dale, here alone, as always, my co-hosts, Convoy, Jose, and Victor.
Convoy and Jose? As in two separate entities?
I don't believe they're the same person. Welcome back, returning guest star.
Howdy. It's me, Danny.
Danny Trevino. Thank you for coming, guys.
So anyway, before, like I was saying, guy, you always steal the intros for me.
All right. Before we started this podcast, like this one specifically, this episode.
Before we get into this, do you think we could do it without headphones?
You want to try it?
Yes.
All right.
Intermission, guys.
All right, go ahead.
This feels weird. This feels not being able to hear yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right. So before this podcast, we were deciding, who's going to do the intro? And I swear you made that rule where it's like, if it's somebody's house, wherever we're recording, whoever's house it is, they do the intro.
No, never said it. Why would I make up such a stupid fucking rule?
Jose.
You knowing me, I am very anti-rule. And me making rule?
You made that rule because we mostly did it at your house.
No.
And you wanted to do the intro.
No.
Here's the thing.
It doesn't add up. Sorry.
It doesn't matter because it's on tape. So you can argue all you want, but it's on tape. And Will did make up that rule.
No, I didn't.
He was like, it's my house. I get to do the intro. And then even at Wesley's house, he's like, he should do it because it's his house.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
At Jose's house, when we did it at your house.
Yeah, I said that because
the
fucking somebody made that stupid fucking rule, and then you got to follow it.
It was you.
I didn't make it. I might have made it.
So, Danny, you're going to do the next intro when we do it at your house.
My house?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to come to my house.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. Probably not.
You want to come to my house?
I'll go to your house.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Sure, I'll go to your house.
I like how you backed away from it.
Oh, that's why I laughed.
He's like, all right.
How about this? How about we restart this whole thing, and you do the intro this time?
Silence.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Silence.
It's already restarted.
Has it restarted?
Yeah, don't look at that.
I don't want to do the intro. I changed my
Fine.
mind.
Fair enough.
Get out of the room then.
So last time we had you here, Danny,
Yes.
we had a great time, I think. At least I did.
It was a hoot and a holler.
Hoot and holler?
Hoot and a holler.
Rootin' tootin'?
Rootin' tootin'.
Rootin' tootin'.
Gay old time.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Anything new happened since then? Anything interesting at all?
Nothing interesting, really.
No?
I mean,
You're an interesting guy, man.
am I? Thank you so much.
This podcast is just going to be me and him going back and forth.
Yeah.
About how much you guys like each other.
You
I
guys
love
can go
Victor,
ahead.
dude.
You guys can keep going. It's all
Love me some
right.
Victor, dude. Nothing interesting has happened. So
You don't
far.
want to talk about your promotions and
My promotions?
your up-and-coming stardom at the restaurant?
At the Stardom? Fuck the restaurant. I don't care. I mean, it's cool whenever.
I mean, it's
working
cool,
at the
though.
bar. I don't really care, though. I don't want to be there forever
Talking
like
to Mike,
you.
goddammit.
I don't want to be there forever like you.
I feel you. I don't want to be there either.
But you are there. You've
Yeah.
been there for like, how many years?
16, 17,
46. 40.
80,
80 years?
something? Yeah, give or take.
Damn, dude.
Give or take a few decades.
It's all blur.
It's all blur.
Mhm.
All right, well, everyone's doing good except
Will.
me. No, Will's doing good.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, he's in line
Icky.
to become a supervisor
I'm
now,
just a
isn't
little
he?
icky. I was icky a couple days ago, real bad.
Yeah.
Not so icky anymore.
Less icky.
You're doing
Yeah,
bad?
sick.
Am I doing bad?
You just said you were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let me tell you how I messed up. Friday.
How'd you mess up?
Well, it's nothing I haven't done before where I charge someone else's check or whatever,
Right.
you know,
With
with
somebody else's
card. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Yeah, what I usually do is avoid the payment and then charge it again. I never had a problem. But this one lady, I guess it got out of her account like immediately. And she started complaining. And I'm like, well, here you go. I gave her the slip that said authorize the refund and all that stuff. And she was still complaining. She's like, oh, now my account's in negative and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, well, it's coming back, though.
Just give it a second.
Why you out to eat with your shit close to negative?
Yeah, for real. She probably did what you do and like calculated exactly what she can order.
Yeah.
Like included taxes and all.
Yeah,
Like
but
I have exactly this much amount.
I do that with overdraft protection too. So it's like I have a double safety net. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even if I did calculate wrong, it basically declined the whole thing.
Yeah, decline it.
But I never run into those problems. Did she?
In the end, they just left.
So they without the food or what?
No, they were paying. So yeah, they left.
Okay.
What it was is I think she said like, oh, if I get charged overdraft fees, I'm gonna come back and you gotta pay for them, like to the restaurant.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Okay.
I let Roberto deal with that. I had other tables to attend to.
I bet you I fucking don't do that.
Overdraft fees are like, so basically they charge every time you spend after the decline.
I believe so. Correct. Yeah.
After negative.
I think so. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it
Imagine
does.
spending $1 and then not knowing, and then just
And
each
actually-
time.
It'd be like those automatic charges
Yeah.
that really fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like a gym membership and then like a Netflix subscription and Hulu, like all in the same week, and you
Mhm.
didn't realize that you already paid off the car.
Yeah.
So you're in the negative. It took it out, and so those 3 separate transactions hit, and then you got to pay the overdraft 3 different times. It like stacks on each other, which is utterly stupid because you're already negative.
Yeah.
You know, why would it let you take off more and just put you double negative with the extra 30?
I guess that it's there in place where it's like, I figured, imagine it never being there, and like, damn, I wish like it would cover the payment when I don't have it, and I'm like, oh, I'll pay you back system.
Then I think that's called a credit card.
Yeah, but like because some card readers charge your debit as a credit,
Yeah, I see that.
so it's fused.
Okay.
I guess that's why they have that in place.
I'm just saying how if you're already in negative, for example, let's say you negative 30, right?
Yeah.
And then an extra 10, and then an extra 10 for other subscriptions. They still charge you an extra 30 for an overdraft.
No, I know.
2 times. It's like, so you're paying 40 for that subscription. And it's like, why? Just tell me, I'll cancel it, you know?
I figured it'd be like, again, like I said, just imagine buying small shit and then, but like small, like in different places,
Mhm.
like not in one shot. Like say, like, no, I'm gonna go get me a candy bar. Oh, I'm gonna go get gas, and then like I'm gonna get a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Oh, and then somebody asks you, oh, can I get this? It's like instead of all in one, because if you buy all that shit in one shot, then it's just that 130
Right.
payment. But
Right.
It's scattered.
Yeah, so you got to pay
But it's-
35 for each item. So a bar.
Exactly. But just imagine if it's cheap shit, like just instead of the
Exactly.
subscription.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like $35 for a bag of chips.
Yeah,
And it's like,
it
no.
sucks.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that before.
Well, you're
man.
young.
No.
So.
Yeah, I'm still young and dude.
Plus, you're do you have a bank card?
I do.
You should have overdraft protection until you're 25.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's how mine is.
Well, I don't.
What
And-
bank do you have?
Wells Fargo.
What's your
Oh, there
social
you go.
security number?
568.
What's your mother's maiden name? You don't even know.
Doesn't even
I
know.
don't even know, dude.
What is maiden name? Is that the last
she
name before they're married?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, she didn't take my dad's name.
Oh, well, there you go.
There
She
you go.
just got their name.
That's her maiden name.
Yeah.
Senor.
Yeah.
Whatever
Senor.
Senor, yeah.
Senor. That's her name? Senor?
Yeah, Senor.
Sonora.
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 Genora?
Gynora.
I had nothing. I thought I had like a joke. What?
I did have a joke, but I'm not gonna say it.
Were you going to say like gonorrhea or something?
Sure, let's go with that.
Don't look into my eyes and say I had something.
Gonorrhea?
Yeah, we had something.
Oh man. Did you want to be bar back, Danny?
Well, they were training me as a server originally, and then they just threw me in the bar.
That's how they get you, man.
So I don't really mind.
Yeah,
it.
that is how they get you, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I just realized that. Who else did that happen to?
Apparently Oscar.
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 But he, when they had space and they ran out of services, when they put him,
Yeah.
they take tables. That's usually how that goes.
Yeah, basically. So Oliver, I guess he technically, I guess, but he doesn't even speak very English well.
Right.
Neither can I,
Mhm.
apparently. So if they need a server, they're probably gonna ask you like once you have experience in a bar, since you're basically helping the bartender in there.
Mhm.
You're probably gonna have to take orders while making drinks and stuff, just like he does. So you already know the system, so they'll be like, oh, you help me out
It's pretty chill over there, though. Yeah.
inside the bar.
Oh, inside the bar, yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets fucking busy. And
Would
fucking
you
Carlos
rather
has his
would
pennies
you
in
rather
a
be
bunch.
running food or inside the bar?
Inside the bar.
Inside the bar.
Fuck running food, dude.
All right. Would you rather be hosting or inside the bar?
Inside the bar.
Would you rather be inside the bar or inside the bar?
outside the bar.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay. Verbal judo is what they call it.
You don't like running food?
It's all right. I mean,
That's cool though.
What don't you like about it?
They mistreat you, goddammit.
yeah, dude. The other day I burnt my neck on a fucking plate of nachos.
I almost fell back.
Yeah, dude.
How the fuck you do that?
I was fucking holding it like this, right? And then fucking the nachos
Over your
Just the
shoulder.
plate?
Over your shoulder. Right.
over my shoulder, and it slid to my neck and started burning me. And what was I gonna do? I was already at the lounge, so I was like,
You extend it away
not
from
fucking
you.
strong, dude.
Neither am
Use
I.
2 hands.
Yeah.
I
could've
realize
done that.
I realize the rare times that I run food, I hold it with my fingers.
I tried doing that.
It sucks.
Nah, dude.
I can't hold it like this. My wrist is gonna break off.
You know whose wrists I'm worried about sometimes?
Monarchus?
What?
No,
Monarchus?
his wrists are made of steel, dude. they don't break.
Your sister's.
Really?
When she takes drinks to the tables,
Uh-huh.
she like holds it like with just her fingers.
Alright.
The whole tray.
Just like
with-
this.
Yeah, and it's like she's putting a lot of pressure.
Isn't that how you guys do it?
No, you put it underneath the tray
Yeah, he taught me how to do it.
I got no control like that.
and you balance it basically. You
I
find
got
the center of
control. I
gravity
got-
and you balance it. But she holds it like at the, sometimes, you know. I think now not so much, but when she started off, it was definitely like that. It's
First
like,
time bringing drinks to the table, I dropped lemonade on the guy. It was beautiful.
yeah,
Nice.
my
Nice.
table too. So.
Nice. Fuck Victor, dude. Nice.
Fuck
He
that.
did that on purpose.
First time you were running food, what
Oh,
happened?
here's your fucking drink, dude.
Was it you that first time you were running food, you dropped the fajita on someone?
Oh yeah.
We
So
dropped the fajita on
so
someone? Dude.
the first time running food. Before Roberto, there was an old guy. His name was Dave.
Dave, yeah.
You know Dave.
Mhm.
He used to own the restaurant. So I was running food my first day, and Marika goes, "Oh, hey, you can take this one by yourself. It's at the bar." You feel me? I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, when you run food to the bar, you have to go behind the bar with the tray. So he was sitting at the first seat right there next to where you make the drinks.
Mhm.
And I'm putting the fajita plate down, the one with like the tortillas and shit.
Right.
But I'm holding it by the plate. So when I put it down, everything slides off. Luckily for me, the guy was in the bathroom. Like he wasn't.
Oh,
at
he wasn't in the bathroom?
No, he was getting up to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
What was bad about it was Dave was sitting right next to him at the bar. So he saw me drop that shit. And I was like,
About to catch some shit.
mm-hmm.
Was your first day working there? Or like
No.
First day ever running food?
First day running food.
Mm.
It wasn't great, but
Right.
no.
I didn't like. They made me used to just like It made me like run the nachos and shit. Just
Mhm.
like that. And then Cinco de Mayo came and they're like, all right, you gotta run food by yourself with fucking Daniel. And I'm like, oh my god. So I barely knew how to do it, dude. So I was doing my thing though.
Man.
Is the drink, the lemonade, the only thing you spilled on someone?
Yeah, it's the only thing I ever spilled.
Have you spilled anything,
No.
Jose, on anybody?
Never.
Never?
Well, salsa.
Yeah? Have you?
Did I spill salsa? No. What it was is
Yeah, didn't you? Outside in the patio?
No, you spilled that on me.
I didn't.
You asshole.
I didn't.
Danny, I'm gonna tell you this story.
Jesus Christ.
Right, and everybody knows this story.
All right,
right
wait,
now.
before you say that, let me say
Oh, yeah.
let me say my worst thing I spilled. I spilled salsa on a baby. Like a toddler in a high chair. The thing was, so I was carrying it right. The tray was
Here's your
over.
fucking salsa, baby.
Now I learned from a mistake. I don't have trays over babies' heads anymore. But I'm putting down right. I put 1, 2 to the parents, and I pick up this third one, and like I swear it spilled. Like I look all around the tray, nothing. I look all around myself, nothing. Like I look on the floor, I don't see any spilled salsa. I guess I didn't spill salsa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I whatever, right? It wasn't until the end of the night. Well, not the end of the table where Karen knew the people, and so they were talking and everything. And they're like, "Oh, the baby had salsa on his head," and I'm like, "No."
They didn't notice.
They didn't notice until they were about to leave.
Imagine they're
And the
talking
baby
about.
didn't do anything. He was just like,
No, the baby was chill.
Fucking
What is it? Hey, watch the fuck out, man.
Did they know it was you, or did
Probably,
they
yeah,
think
no,
the
probably.
baby just went
No,
like
no,
you know
no.
went
They
over its head?
No, they knew it was me because I was looking like around in front of them. I'm like, oh, I guess not.
And you didn't see the baby?
He doesn't look at baby. He chose not to.
I didn't notice the
baby
salsa on
gives
the
you
head.
fuck eyes.
Whoa.
Amen.
you saying?
I hit a kid with the glass tray once.
They were talking about.
Oh my God.
Explain.
The glass rack.
Yeah.
The one with the heavy margarita glasses and stuff like that. I was coming around the corner, like because I run with it. I turn the corner out here,
Oh my God.
and I'm like,
dude.
and I look, and the kid's he's still there. He's like just rubbing his head and stuff. He took it like a champ.
Really?
Not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't take that glass right to the head like that. I was like, "You good?" He's like, he just walked away. He didn't say shit. I was just like,
Because he knew damn well he shouldn't have been running in there.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that happened to me with food. I was carrying a tray,
Mm-hmm.
and like if it's over your shoulder, you don't look at your feet because
Yeah.
you can't see it. And I turn in the corner, and a kid just running, and I kick him. Like I kicked this kid hard.
Oh
He
my
fell on the floor.
God, dude.
Just in case just in case it spazzed out. Say what you just said again.
I kicked a kid. Quick recap: I was taking food.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't see my feet because the tray was in the way. I turned the corner and I kicked something really hard because I was walking fast, and I feel something and I hear a thud on the floor. Kid's on the floor, he's tearing up, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And the parents come up and I'm like, "No, it's okay, because
He's a dumbass anyway.
He's a
Yeah.
little shit bags.
no, because I was working, Like
Can you
they
imagine?
see
That's what you
me,
get dirtbag.
right?
That's what you get
I bring the
dirtbag.
table. I go to Tony. I'm like, "Tony, I just kicked this kid, man."
I just
he
kicked
goes,
the kid.
He goes, "Good." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Did you kid?
They shouldn't be running around. You're working. And it's like,
Danny over here
Fair enough.
making business texts and stuff like that,
I'm
man.
saying, dude.
The disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their phone on silent.
right?
Yeah. Everybody simultaneously turns their phone on silent.
I have to call Roberto.
Right now?
Yeah.
You know the rule.
Ooh, I don't. No, didn't we stop this?
We did stop.
Didn't we
the
stop
road.
No,
this?
we did not.
Goddamn it!
No, with Danny
Oh, no.
apparently.
You want to call him right now?
We're about to listen to this with the
Yeah,
headphones.
definitely have to call him.
What do you have to call him for?
My job.
Your job?
Yeah.
Like you're fired type of job or what?
No, it's just like. Fuck, I gotta call.
We're going to take him off when he's like, I just got to hear the levels and stuff like that.
All right, we're putting back the headphones.
Man, I don't like this. I don't like it.
We'll get back to the story of Victor throwing the salsa out of my hands
Yes.
and stuff like that. I'm talking lower now that I have the headphones on.
My phone is so broken.
Yeah, I'm saying.
This side of my
Yeah,
screen
I
doesn't work.
just wanted to go into the worst thing you spilled. There was a salsa with the
Yeah.
baby. Then you brought kicking a kid, and I kicked the baby.
Dude, I
So,
dropped a whole
full
plate
circle.
of nachos.
Blade?
A plate.
Oh, a whole blade of
On
nachos.
someone or on the floor?
No,
you got,
like
you
on
got
the-
Roberto's personal number?
Well, my dad just gave it to me.
All right, well, go ahead.
That's not the restaurant?
Roberto's personal number.
God damn it.
Is it gonna call?
Do.
You might not.
Please leave your message for 9.
He's probably at the restaurant, if anything.
Can you imagine? What time is it? It's
2:44.
2:44. He gets there like at 4:30.
I'm
Oh,
just
really?
gonna say
Yeah.
I don't have service.
Oh.
I don't want to call him.
But you're texting me.
All right,
But
you
you
saved
texted me.
yourself. You didn't save yourself this time.
I don't like that, man.
You sound like you got something to hide. Like you're gonna get this
No,
one text like, "Hey,
no.
Daddy, remember when you put it in me, right?" But it's a
What?
tranny,
What?
Listen,
which is nothing wrong.
listen,
But for some reason, you want to hide it.
listen. I just don't like to kiss and tell. All right.
Not for you.
No, it's just I don't. It's weird, man. I don't like it
Why is it weird? You make it weird.
because it's like personal conversations.
When is it ever?
I don't know. Like
If,
I'm
if-
just saying. I
If
don't
you
like
know
it.
it's personal, then
I'm
walk
just
out.
saying, I don't like it.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
in fact. Remember last time where I actually got out? We put Raul on the podcast.
Yeah, you
He
just
goes,
hey, you're
"Ooh."
on the hey, you're on the podcast.
Yeah, and he goes, "Ooh,
And then it's like, okay,
I
now I
really
know what
want to
not to
say
say.
what." Yeah, he's like, "I kind of like lose my job or whatever." I'm like,
and then
"All right." And I left.
you're out.
Remember?
Simple.
I
Whatever.
should like call him.
Jesus Christ, Danny. Well,
It's okay.
there goes my story.
Remember with the cell phone area.
Jesus. Slam the door harder next time.
Now that Danny's gone, let's talk about the real facts. That's the canned facts.
Let's talk about the real issues. They still use tin.
Fuck Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, they really went in the shitter, dude. Big time shit show.
There's something off on the chicken now.
Yeah, right?
I was gonna say that too.
Right.
Where it tastes like either it's been soaked for too long or it's like I don't know, like the outside doesn't taste like the inside. It tastes like two separate entities. But like No, like when I was eating, I was like, this tastes like it's been in the wash or something.
And what's the deal
With airplane food.
with these fucking trays?
I don't know if it's
You
all
don't
location.
need trays, dude.
Yeah, in the location where we go, they replace like the ramekins or whatever they're called.
The
paper boat things.
They were fine like that.
Yeah, the two trays, like metal trays.
Just metal
with
trays
wax
with paper
paper
on them. Like
if it's a environmental thing, they can do without the paper at that point.
Danny's back. I'll get the
And
door.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're doing the same shit with the paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess the amount. Well,
fuck him.
of course not. He's deep in some guts right now.
His own.
His own guts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before he goes to work, he rubs one out. And that's why he comes in a fucking t-shirt, like a white t-shirt, a dingy t-shirt that hangs off.
Dude, when I was working there, Carlos and Pepe's, you know how they keep all the shirts and stuff and like hats in the back where like the vacuum used to be and all that shit. So I was putting the vacuum away one day, and I see all the boxes. I'm like, what are in those boxes? So I open them up, and it's all the T-shirts and the hats and shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna take some. You feel me? Because I work hard and they don't pay me a lot. So I take like 5 or 6 shirts. I take like 2 hats. You feel me? But then I see this one blue shirt, and the letters are in black. You know what I'm saying? And the normal shirt is like white letters with the blue. You feel me? So I'm like, yoink. You know what I'm saying? So then I go and I put all the shit to wash. And next day I come in wearing the shirt with the black letters. And I'm food running.
Right.
And then Roberto's just walking around. He's like, has anybody seen my blue shirt? The one that I wear before I open the restaurant, this and that. And I'm just like, and then he comes up and he asks me, he's like, hey, have you seen my shirt? I kept it back there. It's like that one. And I'm like, no, I haven't seen
the one
it.
you're wearing.
I'm like, no, dude, I haven't seen it. Sorry. So and he's going on for like an hour just about this. She's like, I think one of the dishwashers stole it. I think some. I'm like, probably they're fucking bunch of thieves back there, dude.
Those guys.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, and then he's like, he keeps going on, and so I'm like, fuck, dude. If he finds out, how can I lie about this? You know what I'm saying? I need to build up a story here.
I've been had the shirt. You gave it to me, remember?
No, I was like, what I was gonna do was I was gonna tell him Raul gave me this shirt because he wasn't working there anymore.
Right.
He's like, oh, he had this extra one from long ago and he gave it to me. You feel me? And then I texted Raul. I was like, hey, I'm gonna lie and I'm gonna use your name. Is that cool? And he was like, yeah, man, go ahead. But yeah, man, and he never figured it out. And I still have the shirt. Yeah.
That's not the one you burned?
No, that was my first run in Carlos and Pepe.
Yeah, he worked there a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, back when I was in like
When he was 16.
10th grade.
Remember we talked about this in
Yeah.
another podcast. I met everyone 16.
I worked there for a year, I think, and
You got a new job.
yeah, then I got a new job. So I was like, fuck Carlos and Pepe's. I'm never going back.
Burn
Yeah,
his shirts.
I was like, fuck Carlos and Pepe's. I'm never going back. I take all the shirts that I had like maybe 7, and I set them on fire. You feel me? I'm like, fuck that place. Never going back. And then I ended up going back. So I'm like, can I get a couple new shirts?
Something happened.
Something happened. I don't know where they're at.
Oh, they were, in the wash. I put some bleach on it, and
Yeah.
they got ruined.
And then somebody set them on fire.
I tried to take out the bleach with some fire.
It was arson, I tell you.
Yeah. I was framed, God damn it.
No, but
Yeah, exactly.
But the story of the infamous salsa cup between me and Victor,
Which is completely false.
Not
But go
false.
ahead. Go ahead.
Victor likes to save himself a lot.
No, it's true. I've never.
I'm not
once
blaming
did it.
him for anything. I don't know what I'm not attacking him or
Why are you so
anything.
defensive, dude?
Because he knows he did
it. He likes to play the victim here when he's the one spouting lies.
I'm not even
about
playing
this.
victim. I understand.
No, but tell your side of the story. We'll figure it out.
say your piece.
All right.
Before I say can facts on you.
Victor has this thing, right, where he likes to ask me for salsa.
Right.
Usually when he's not busy.
No, especially when I'm busy. But go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Usually on Sundays he's not busy, but I understand. He's doing two different jobs, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? Keep his mental state going. But he also has this thing where he asks me for salsa, particularly for tables that I know. Like, hey, this person's here. You want to take salsa to him or whatever, or it's for this specific person, or you can go say hi.
Yeah, because I want him to say hi to his friends.
For example, again, I'm not insulting you here, Victor. I'm not blaming you for anything.
Not until you say
Hold on. And I said, or he wants to put me down with somebody. He's like, oh, like look at this girl, like a fine girl is at the restaurant. He's like, oh, go check her out. He take her some salsa real quick, and I'm happy to oblige. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For Victor, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that for a lot of people. I'm saying other than
baby hands over here.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Thou should not be named.
A refrigerator.
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope.
Ooh. Anyways.
Ooh.
God damn it. Anyways.
Compose yourself.
I'm trying to. I just thought about it in my head right now. Oh, man.
Finish your story, goddammit.
Anyways. One time, Victor had his friend outside. She's a female. And he was like, listen, I need you to take this salsa for me. Or whatever, I'm busy or whatever. Or go say hi to her and stuff like that. So I went outside. And when I got there, Victor was outside.
Right.
I was like, so why didn't he get it himself? You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't say the high part until after. Mm-hmm. So he just made me go get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was two separate conversations. He's like, hey, go say hi to her or whatever. And then later he came, like, can you take a salsa outside? And I was like, all right. Then I saw him outside, and I was like, why didn't you take it? So I made the joke. I went up to him while he was out there with her, and I was like, here you go, sire. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, here he goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to, hype him up. Here you go, kind sir. You know what I'm saying? Senor or whatever. Some stupid shit, right? I was like, joke. I tend to joke around and stuff like that. And is this enough? And he goes, no. And he slaps the tray out of my hand.
Oh my God.
And I cleaned it up. Okay, to be fair, Victor helped me clean it up.
Stop.
Okay, Victor, your side of the story now.
Everything's the same except I didn't slap the shit out of him.
I didn't say you slapped the shit out of me. I
Yeah,
said
the
you slapped
tray out of your hand.
Then
Yeah,
what happened?
I didn't slap the tray out of your hand.
How'd it happen?
I asked him to get chips and salsa, and he brought the salsa while I was taking the order.
And that's it? That's all that happened?
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, here you go, sir. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
Salsa didn't fall, nothing.
no,
Be
no
gone,
salsa
you
fell.
simple
Now-
jester.
No, no salsa fell.
Now, what
that's
do you
all.
believe?
That's all fabricated.
What do you believe, Danny? This is where you make the play here.
Right.
Jose?
Everybody who knows me is on my side. Understand that I don't just when I have an opportunity to make a
you
joke,
just don't
I'm
lie?
gonna take it. Understand this. I'm gonna say a joke. I'm not just gonna be like, here you go.
Yeah,
and
you're
then leave.
making the joke right now,
I believe him, but damn, Victor.
Jose.
You see, he's very dismissive when
What's
he
the can facts?
What's the can facts?
No lying, all the truth.
You were trying to act tough because she was there.
Yeah, but I didn't slap the shit out of your tray. I didn't slap it.
All right, you tapped it.
I didn't even touch it. That's what pisses me off. That I don't make a mess in the restaurant.
Yo, chill. It was outside, so.
Oh my god.
Got him. Order.
Cheeseburger, please.
But yeah, that's the story of the infamous. That's why I don't like back talking to Victor most of the time. I say it when he's not around.
He told that sister in the restaurant. He told that story in the restaurant, and your sister's like, "Oh my god," because she didn't think she thought I actually did slap the tray out of his hand.
Out of him.
You hear the tone out of him, like he wanted to slap the shit out of me. He wanted to. He really did, but he settled.
Everyone else kind of played it off like, yeah, whatever, But she actually did like.
You got some beef against Jose or something? What's
Yeah,
going on there?
yeah, he does.
Do
He
I?
hates my jokes, is what it is. I understand. I like, because the workplace is boring and stuff like that. So I like to liven it up a little bit. Even though I call Victor old and stuff like that, I still care for him and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Or I still try to help him out when I can and stuff like that. But Sometimes he retaliates.
Mess it up a little.
I understand.
Sure.
I understand you have to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to work with me. I'm very much of an asshole. You can ask Will and stuff like that. But, you know, you don't have to take it to the extremities.
Yeah, it's really hard to work
Extremities.
with him. Really hard.
I try making jokes to Victor, but
He's not having. He doesn't have it.
He lashes out sometimes, right? Yeah.
I'm like, he looks at me funny, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry.
That's why when I was working with Victor, or under Victor, I should say,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
under his tyranny, I
He runs the restaurant with an iron fist.
I never looked him in the eye. I just kind of looked down and scurried away.
You see him coming, you're like,
I knew the wrath of 100 nations, not Canada.
Not Canada.
But yeah,
Hate you
man.
all.
oh, Victor.
Oh, Victor. Oh,
That's why
Canada.
when whenever he's not in the restaurant, you know what I'm saying? He's this easygoing guy. That's why I had to quit, dude. I
'Cause of
couldn't.
Victor.
It was ruining our relationship, man. Like I was like, I can't handle these two sides of you. I didn't understand duality at that point. You know what I'm saying?
You ever heard his brother's side of working with Victor? It will make you believe that he slapped the shit out of him.
when Raul tells it, he makes Victor sound like a Nazi, dude.
God, dude.
And
it's tough.
You see, and I sugarcoat my story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, because again, he's not a bad person. And he doesn't mean it. I am, you know, I'm playing around and stuff like that. So I don't want to make Victor seem like the bad guy here, even though he's very defensive and stuff like that. But he's an alright guy. He knows what he's doing and stuff like that, right?
Do I really?
Adrenochrome. Yeah, you do. Look,
What do you have to say? What do you have
you're
to
a
say?
good
for yourself?
manager.
I don't have to say anything.
I didn't say anything bad about you.
Yes, you did.
I called you a nice guy.
You called me a Nazi.
No, he called you a Nazi.
No, I said Raul called you a
Your
Nazi.
own brother calls you a Nazi.
I should say something.
But then again, that's household stuff. That's not our business.
Yeah, that's perfect.
He knows better than us. He lives with you.
He knows you.
Slander and propaganda.
I don't believe him. I think you're a
Slander
nice
and
guy.
proper grammar.
Ramadama. Do you have any horror stories, Danny?
I hit Karen with the margarita case.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
I
Whoa.
was walking and I
Whoa.
she comes around the corner and I hit
can't
her with like boom like and then she's like she like grabs her head and I'm just like oh
Hit
my
her in the
God, I'm
head.
yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
And she's like
Stop saying nice. People can get hurt.
like I saw like the red right here and she was like don't run with that and I was like
You fucking idiot. Don't run with that.
and she just walks away, took it like a champ.
I
Like
hit,
a little kid.
I hit Karen one time.
Yeah, but he did it.
Yeah, and just
Right in her nose.
oh God, like socked her right in the face.
She likes to tell the story that I'm the only person that ever punched her
Yeah,
in her
dude.
life, and it was
You
completely
notice how
by
a
accident.
lot of people have Victor stories?
Horror stories. With
Yeah.
Victor,
It was
man.
completely by accident. So I was talking with some people at work, right? I was describing going fishing or something. I don't know. And we were talking. And
I
I'm
was
talking with my
describing
hands.
how do
right?
you beat a woman.
And so I was making a gesture of like I spread my arms apart, like oh my god, you know, like
When I see a fish, I spread my arms.
whatever.
And Karen was like right there.
I don't know. Yeah, and she was right to my left, and so when I swung back,
Jesus
she went around the corner,
Like I heard that. Were you okay?
I don't know.
and I hit her by accident.
But you punched the shit out of her. You backhand her, dude. Oh my God. You
So,
pimp.
yeah, I felt really bad about that. Now we joke it off, like, haha.
Haha, remember I
Don't beat me
beat
up,
you.
please.
Please
Yeah,
don't
of
hit me
course
again,
she's gonna
Victor.
have
You raise your hand and you're Karen. She's like
Flinches.
Please stop.
There's a reason why we big up Victor now.
You know what I'm
No.
Do
saying?
you see the pattern? You see the pattern, or after the fact, they're like, "Yeah, we joke around with it. Yeah, it's safe. It's safer."
yeah.
it's safe.
Yeah, well,
So
we have to. We have to tell Victor how great he is.
compliments and stuff like that. Like, hey, he's a pimp. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we're exposing you. This is
Victor, don't die, man.
Victor exposed.
Victor exposed.
As we dive-
Facts unraveled.
Unra-
This is false.
I
Oh,
don't
man.
know. I don't know.
Who else did I punch?
Who else caught my fury?
Caught my wrath.
Kicked,
I haven't caught anything.
kicked a kid. No. This one girl burned me with a just like how the plate you burned yourself. She
and
was
then
like
you crucified her.
No.
Oh my God.
She was like she
Fire on
she
the spot.
got her own food and she was gonna go to the 45 to eat. She's like, move. And at that time I didn't like her, so I'm like, no, go around, because I was actually getting chips. I was working. She was doing shit.
Jesus Christ.
And then she fucking pressed it on my skin. I'm like, What the fuck?
It's brute force for brute force.
What the fuck?
You gotta fight fire with fire.
The only person to ever challenge Victor directly, and now she's gone. Nobody knows what happened to her.
Oh, she has a kid now. Not mine. Not mine.
Oh my god.
The worst thing you could possibly do to someone.
She's a kid now.
Yeah.
She
No
has
one
a
can prove
good
it's mine.
No,
can
no,
prove it's
no,
mine.
no.
I built a
Ew.
robot with my semen in it.
No, it's no. Stop it.
You monster.
We're dropping this part.
Oh man.
I like where this is going. I'm intrigued.
Nobody ever likes where it's going when you're with Victor.
Cool guy though.
Or do they?
What?
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 You been on any dates lately, Victor?
On days?
Any Tinder dates?
Dates?
Yeah.
No.
Been catching some puss?
Been slaying some puss?
Not recently, no. Ever since I went to Los Angeles, I kind of just been laying low, you know.
Like, under
Yeah.
the radar.
You
Yeah.
did something over there you're not proud of.
What, that I'm not proud of?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do anything.
Moving around.
That's what I mean. Like, I went there and I did nothing. It was like a retreat, a spiritual retreat
Yeah.
Mm.
in the city of angels.
How
and I was a
convenient.
devil.
You're the devil.
What a guy.
You're running those streets.
Is that a glacier over there? What am I looking at?
Fountain?
No, the one
Yeah.
over there, that white thing right over there on the fountain over there, by the fountain.
Like a statue, I guess.
Statue.
We have a window where we're recording and there's a lake outside.
It's on the fucking.
It's pollution, I think.
I thought it was a glacier.
In the middle of Florida.
I'm sorry. That's probably what they look like up there. All melted away. I'm trying to think of something else Victor has done to me, other than yell at me. It's weird when Victor yells at you, because it's like very.
You don't expect it.
No, he disses you at the same time.
Mhm.
Like, he calls you worthless and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't.
Like, he has that face on him and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like very like when your father hates you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's like.
Right.
So I can't really.
Just imagine it.
Yeah, I can't really explain it to you.
Victor showed me the way.
Yeah, Victor showed me what it feels like to be disappointed, or to be a disappointment. Sorry.
Right.
I thought you already knew that.
Victor raised his voice at me once.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
he
I really?
Yeah.
What was it about?
Oh, what
I
was
bet
it
you it was
about?
about small.
It was yeah, there was like a frog inside the restaurant or something.
I
Danny,
did.
why you
yes.
bring your
No,
goddamn
no,
pets
I did.
Because I was going like. just,
He was, this was like his. He was still not training, but he was new. You know, he wasn't as seasoned as he is now.
Yeah, plug yourself in,
Yeah, dude.
Kanto.
dirtbag.
And so the dishwashers are done. He's still closing because he was slow at the time.
Still am.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
slow.
so the
Get out
dishwasher-
of that fucking restaurant.
So
I've heard
12:45.
The dishwashers bring their bikes to the front, and then a couple minutes they leave. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess a frog must have stuck on to the bike and just ribbit inside the restaurant, like
ribbit?
like at the host stand, just right there. And Danny's over at the other side. And I scream at Danny, because I wanted him to come get either the broom or or a bag or something.
But he didn't say it like that. He just said, Danny started screaming at me, and I'm pretty sure that's Roberto.
Ooh. Pause.
After these messages.
Be right back.
Please.
Jesus
You want-
Christ. Tell me you love him.
Should we press pause or
Tell me
just
our
keep
school.
talking?
Hmm?
Should I press pause or keep going?
No, we can keep going.
Okay.
What are you, fucking bunch of pussies?
Ow. I mean, ow.
You alright? What the fuck was that?
Victor just hit me again.
Oh, of course. Yo, stop pulling the goddamn box.
You pulled goddamn box.
What's in the box?
Hold on.
I think Danny's pulling it. Look
What were
out.
we talking about last time Danny left?
Like just now?
No, like yeah, before like
We talking. He was talking about how
Taxes.
I screamed at him.
no.
Before that, they were talking
No, no.
about stories that.
It's
we got-
open.
It's open.
Stop slamming the door.
People are studying here. Jeez.
What did he say?
Roberto things.
Like, hey.
Hey, baby.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, he was just jerking off.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
He just wanted to hear your voice.
Yeah.
He wanted you. He really wanted you to work.
It was like breathe.
Say my name.
Oh my God.
Did that make you uncomfortable? Because it made me
Sorry,
uncomfortable
listeners.
saying it.
Do you think Roberto looks like a garden gnome?
What?
What?
No, like I don't know. I have this weird thing when I like.
I have this weird
compare-
fetish where I like gnomes, and he looks like one.
Yeah, man. But no, I don't know. I compare people to like things for some reason, and he looks like a garden gnome to me.
Things.
I can see it. I can see it.
Danny.
We do the same shit, but
Danny?
not with things. We
Yeah, no.
compare them to like other people and
Yeah.
I've been playing this new game at work.
infusions.
Victor, don't tell that.
I like to.
you don't want me to?
Yeah, tell it. You should, but
I like to look at people, and if they were an animal, what animal would they be?
That's
Like,
exactly
based
what,
off of what
that's
they look like. Yeah,
exactly what Danny was about to
it's
say.
like, oh, that one's an anteater. You're definitely like an aardvark. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I narrow it down to a specific like species. So
Yeah.
like the restaurant, I've done dogs, I've done cats, and
Birds.
birds. Right now I'm on birds.
Yeah.
Oscar's a pigeon. Young Oscar.
Little Oscar.
Yeah, little Oscar's a pigeon. He's
A
a
goose.
goose. Call him Mr. Goose.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Carlos is a brown crow, and Pedro.
No, you
if
didn't like
anything,
that
I would
one.
think of flamingo.
Okay, I guess. What are you?
I don't know, dude.
What is Jose?
Jose.
Stork.
No, he's not a stork. He's
No,
I
he's
thought
having a stroke. I said.
I was.
You okay?
I'm alright. I've had a stroke once. Mm-hmm.
We're talking about birds right now, not your
you
fucking medical
serious,
issues, dude.
Yeah, I'm serious. It was a long time ago, so I started eating more. Now I'm good.
Holy shit, dude. That's
Alright.
one of my biggest fears, having a stroke.
It's not that bad.
It's kind of that
Take a look
bad.
at you.
Yeah,
You wake up in the morning, your fucking eyes right here.
It's in your cheek.
it's yeah.
You're like touching your
Yeah,
eyes.
sometimes
What's going on?
sometimes when I talk, my face gets stuck like on one side.
Alright.
It hasn't happened recently, but like
Like
back when I was
paralysis.
working, I'll yawn and then it'll get stuck, and I'm like, oh shit, like one side.
You got that checked out?
No,
Jose doesn't believe in doctors. He thinks they don't exist.
Anti-vax.
Yeah, like
No, I'm vaccinated.
like Santa Claus.
it's called
The
not having money.
Constitution.
Throw some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, what are you saying? What kind of bird am I? My mom.
You're one of those birds who like, I don't know, have you ever seen those documentaries
I
when
like
like
to think. I like to think I'm an owl.
Who?
Hoot.
Hoot.
you
were saying?
give me owl vibes.
Ooh, he just called you a
Well,
bitch.
owls don't give you vibes. They fly in silence.
You were saying?
You're one of those birds who, like, I
Um,
don't know, like stick out their chest and just like.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you ever seen those.
Oh, a
birds.
puffin.
Not a puffin. They're like, fuck, I don't know. How to
aren't
explain-
puffins like
Boobies?
penguins?
Huh?
The boobies? Is it?
No, those don't puff out their chest.
I don't know.
What-
It's
oh,
like-
they
it's like
have their
when
butts,
when
right?
they're mating,
Mhm.
when they want to like mate.
Are you talking about like one of the birds of paradise?
I think so.
Uh,
I don't know.
I talk a lot of shit when I want.
a
food.
quail? No, not, what's a quail? No, peacock.
A quaalude.
Peacock?
Peacock? No, I'd have to search it up. But I'll tell you what bird you are soon.
Soon enough. Soon enough.
I'll pin it down.
I'll make you into that bird. You shall not fly.
Speaking of birds, this has happened to me twice in my life, so I know something fishy's going on.
Right.
Some guy in a bird costume.
In
came
my
to house.
neighborhood, right? Back a couple years ago, I was riding my bike with my cousin, and we were going to, I think, Winn-Dixie, and we're riding past the cemetery, and I stop and I see a bird on the floor. You feel me? And it's laying there, like, you know how when a pigeon is walking,
Yeah.
like they have their wings tucked and everything. You know what I'm saying? But this one was on its side. So then I'm like, that's weird. So I go up and I look, and the pigeon has no head, but the body is still like perfectly intact. I'm like,
What?
but the thing was the head. It didn't look like it had been cut off.
Was it like pushed in?
That's what it looked like. It looked like it was like pushed inside of and everything else about the bird was still like intact. It looked like it was placed there recently. You know what I'm saying?
Someone's going around just like.
Like, yeah, dude, I don't know, but it looked so clean. It looked like it was like surgically done. You know what I'm saying?
Like amputated?
Like professionally?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. And then maybe like a year or two ago, you know where you pick me, like that little alleyway I come out of,
Yeah.
like right across from the street from there.
Mhm.
It was the same fucking thing. And I'm looking, I'm like, somebody's following me. God damn it. There's no way I've seen this twice in my life.
Dude, you got like a fucking serial killer in your neighborhood. It first
And
starts off
he's
with,
fucking
like,
on to me.
it starts
dude.
off
it
with
starts off
birds.
with pigeons, and then it gets to like squirrels.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats and then
Humans
humans.
ultimately.
Human
Humans, 'cause they're
beings.
his first target.
Hey, Danny, you have any pets?
Nah, I used to have some goldfish.
The snack that smells back, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to
um,
him?
Whenever my mom would clean the tank, they would just commit suicide, jump out of the tank, and just like my mom would like grab them, put them back in, jump out
convenient.
again.
They're probably trying to escape the cleaning solutions in the tank.
There was we were okay. At first we thought
Yeah,
that,
it's
and
usually
then we
the
would take them out, put them in like a little like bowl,
Mm-hmm.
and fix clean that, and they would still do that. They would just kill themselves, and I was so angry. I didn't know what was going on.
You're
Well, I
angry?
used to have fish in them. Like we had like 30 in a tank,
Mhm.
and then my mom killed them on accident.
My mom killed my Giselle's bird.
Nice.
She left it outside when it was
It
Oh,
was cold.
when it was cold, and Giselle woke up, went to go see the bird. It was frozen. It was just sitting there. I was like,
Ooh.
dead.
Yikes.
And it's amazing, dude.
Did they
That
thaw it
story's
out?
Amazing.
They thought out. What do you think they had for dinner that night?
You ate it?
He ate it, man.
Ugh.
Este sándwich de pollo, man. Que le metiste, man. Algo extra.
My mom like took it out back. She came back. She's like, I just came back from the store with some exotic meats.
Ew.
What's the most exotic meat you would try?
You would try or you tried?
Horse.
You okay?
I would
Both.
try dog. I would try literally anything, dude.
My
Human?
mom has eaten dog.
Really.
She's eaten dog and cat before. Yeah, because in Honduras, when she was little, there was a guy who used to sell cooked meat on the corner, whatever.
Mm.
And she used to, buy food from there all the time. Turns out, he was killing and cooking the street dogs. You feel me?
They got
That were there.
They got like parasites, don't they? Like
That's why you cook them.
That's why you cook them. But yeah, he was cooking and killing all the fucking street dogs and shit, and everybody found out, and I think he's dead now. But
Unrelated.
He's in
Or
someone's sandwich right
probably
now.
related.
yeah.
I was hoping you were gonna say like your mom would just go out when she was a little kid, and just catch the dogs. And
Oh, just
Like-
bite him on the neck.
I wanted more of an exciting story. I didn't want how a town tragically started eating dogs and whatnot.
No.
in El Salvador, they have like when I went to visit, there was like these two local homeless men who were like crazy,
Mhm.
and they eat their own shit.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, so
What
they're
is
just, like,
with
their
you
mouth-
today?
Their mouth is just covered in it. Like you'd see them walking around like just like mumbling shit, it's like and then just fucking sit down. and
Where is
smell
this?
it. In El Salvador.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
Love is a hell of a drug, dude.
No, they're crazy, dude. They went fucking. They're not even on drugs.
You think they went crazy before they ate the
You
shit,
said love is a
or after they ate the shit?
Maybe that's the key of going crazy. You eat your shit.
Mm.
That's, you experiment, you know.
Nice.
And
Just
to
like-
think, I thought you were crazy, Will, for talking shit.
But now I'm crazy because I'm eating shit.
I don't know why I said I had nothing to say.
I want to know how that happens. though.
You have that habit where it's like you feel like a pause or like a transition
I
coming,
feel like
and you like
Follow the
you
thing.
anticipate it is what it was. So you go so and then you try to go to the next topic, right?
yeah, it's pretty much what it is. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like there's gonna be a silence. So like I'm
Yeah.
I gotta fill these
Oh,
silences.
you mean like the last one?
Yeah,
The last
we're-
one?
just
we
sat
were
there.
we were recording a podcast like last week.
Was it
with
Westy? Yeah.
We were at his house, and
You guys listen
We-
to
we
it to
just-
the people listening.
it hasn't come out yet.
For us, but when they're listening to this,
Oh, right. Yeah, it's been out at this point. But we were all sitting there, and then Westy finishes his story, and then it's just
dead silence.
dead silence for like 3 seconds, but it feels like an eternity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know we have to keep going. We have to keep talking. But
And no one wanted to say something to interrupt the other person, so we kind of like hesitated a second.
yeah, it was pretty crazy. He had a rainforest going on his TV. I usually put like a fish, like an aquarium.
We don't have a projector here.
I'm cultured.
we have this nice view behind us.
Oh yeah, you guys. We don't. We have a wall.
They need to clean the mirrors.
We got us.
Well, those aren't mirrors; those are windows.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Need to clean the mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to do it right now.
I was about to do it right now. I was gonna say something else, but then I was like, let me do this again.
I told Danny at the restaurant that I would tell the story about
Oh, your first car.
my first car,
Mhm.
and the bus. Do you remember that story?
Oh,
Have I told this on
yeah.
the podcast? The Blue
No,
Flamingo
no.
one?
Probably doesn't matter though. Again, like one thing I wanted to say,
Mm-hmm.
it's just adore Danny to come down. All right, you don't have to scurry or anything. Scurry is a new word right now. Who said it? Who brought it
Scurry?
up?
Will.
You.
Scurry?
Scurry whenever Victor would come.
You said
Oh, yeah.
scurry, right?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that's where it's coming from.
Sure. I don't think
Word
that's
of the
what
day. You should get markers and just write word of the day.
We could get markers. We can go downstairs and get some markers.
We should have got markers.
We can mark the markers. So that way.
We shouldn't do these podcasts assuming that everybody heard every episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No. Or maybe we should. Maybe they should be listening to
You know what I'm
every
saying? Like, for
episode.
example, if like
Yeah.
we have a guest and they never met us and never heard these stories
Oh,
and they
yeah.
asked,
And
I thought you
there
meant like
shouldn't be-
the
you shouldn't be like,
audience.
oh, go listen to that podcast.
No, and that's another thing though about like if we're like for example, Raul, like we mentioned in the podcast,
Yeah.
he's my brother.
Mhm.
He is?
Yeah, you would know that if you listen to previous ones,
Mhm.
and Danny knows him. He knows he's my brother.
Yeah.
But do I have to say, oh, so my brother Raul every single episode?
No, you could just say Raul. I'm saying like when a guest says, like when you're addressing the story to somebody who
Oh,
just
so you're just
met
talking
you,
about
but-
stories, period? Like,
I'm saying like, because there've been a couple of times where I guess we mentioned it where it's like, oh, I've already talked about this, but it'd be somebody who never heard it
yeah,
or never heard
like,
the podcast.
like Will's.
Yeah, Will has said more stories than we have.
No, I know, but
But,
he but every single like for example, if it was like Danny or Westy or Gotti, he has to say today the same story.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
somebody probably didn't even hear the one before.
No,
that.
I know that. But, yeah, I'm just saying the listeners at home to this podcast, they would have to hear that
If
story
you
three
listen
times.
to everything, thank you for being there and listening to our bullshit.
And if you're not,
Tell a friend.
catch up.
This podcast brought to you in part by
Friends.
viewers like you. Thank you. That's what yeah.
Juicy Juice and Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Man. That's the PBS
I can
kid.
go for some juicy juice. right now.
PBS kids.
Juicy
I can never afford juicy juice in my
No.
household or Welch's.
Every time I hear Juicy Juice, I think
Oh, dude, that was a treat.
that
That big
Family
red
Guy?
jug.
Mm-hmm.
that
was a
Family
treat.
Guy bit, or it's like tasty juice, drink it then convert it to pee. You remember that bit? No, it was the Family Guy joke where they make a joke and it's
Parodies
like
of stuff.
and it's like this is just like the one commercial and it's just a commercial for juice.
Do you guys like Sunny D? Fucking hate Sunny D.
All right, chill. I've never had it enough to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
claim.
I don't. If you have the mindset where it's like, oh, I want some orange juice, and they give you Sunny D, fuck that. No,
That is
it's not orange juice.
Like,
It's
like-
orange drink, dude.
It's like
It's orange drink.
It's like orange
like-
tangerine
It
concentrated.
reminds me of like a watered down version of Tampico.
Tampico. I never
Don't
had
like Tampico either. To be honest,
Tampico,
Tampico
you
is
have
sugar.
to chew Tampico.
huh?
It's
that
it's the thickest liquid you can ever possibly
say
drink.
Yo, Tampico.
borderline Jello. There's like
I don't like Tampico.
I want you to understand that. Well, from my perspective, when there's juice in the fridge, my mom made some extra money. You know what I'm saying? It's water, cause and plus mama doesn't like drink soda like that or nothing like that. So when that's in the fridge, that means there's a party, or like
Yeah.
some family is coming over, and
Yeah.
we gotta
Look
look like she
like-
feeds
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you, once you drink a cup of Tampico, you're gonna want to drink the whole thing. It's addictive. The sugar it's like
Yeah.
a kid's dream. You know
Don't
what I'm
like
saying?
Tampico.
Yeah, but
Well, what flavors do you usually get?
The orange one.
the,
Oh well, no shit, stupid.
the thing is, right? And it's weird because like when you put ice in it, it doesn't. It gets colder, but it doesn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause
Like
that liquid's already cold. Like if you have cold Tampico, you don't need usually you don't need ice. But like it like because water is like drinking water that glides down your throat.
Yeah.
It's like you feel from the cup all the way down. You feel it. You feel the stream. You really feel the stream.
and it hits you in the molars. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's
feel the cavities.
yeah,
it's different.
It's hard to drink sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like syrup.
Yeah,
You just drink the syrup.
yeah,
pretty much.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
But
but
Car story.
oh,
You finish that.
Yeah, finish.
no, I was just saying that Sunny D is basically a watered down version of that of
Right.
Tampico.
I feel like Sunny D is like the gentrified version of it.
Yeah,
You know what I
sure,
mean?
watered
Basically.
down.
I'm always a fan of apple juice. You know, Mott's
juice is
is my
the drink.
go-to just because it's there.
Wait, what?
Mott's,
Yeah, Mott's.
but I just like apple juice.
I was always an orange juice guy.
Yeah,
Always
I love
loved it.
orange juice.
natural orange juice.
Yeah.
I can do some concentrate shit. Yeah,
I like milk.
I like mango nectar.
Yeah.
Love me
Goya,
some
whatever
milk,
the fuck it
dude.
is.
That's
What did you say?
the
Milk.
most disgusting
Milk?
thing.
I
You
love
like
milk.
I like
You drink
love
it
milk.
straight?
I drink
Straight
it.
Yeah.
I
like
drink
that.
it. I drink it straight too.
Ice cold milk on a hot sunny day.
Like sometimes when there's cake in my house, I take
Yes.
I take a
I'm
piece of cake and
fucking
I,
disgusted.
the milk.
Is that
You
is
don't
that
like milk?
that's not a real
I
like
fucking
a
hate
regular
milk.
thing?
Why?
I hate
No,
it.
it's not.
I've always
Because
have.
People don't just.
I think
cake.
it's gross.
I was watching
Two
Joey
different
Diaz
conversations.
perform. Oh yeah, 2 different conversations.
Yeah, I just want to
Oh,
not
sorry.
have 2 different conversations.
Right.
You were watching Joey
I
Diaz?
was watching Joey Diaz perform, and he was like, "I hate milk. It smells like dick."
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
Does
dude.
it smell like dick to you?
No, but
Well, that's just how he talks.
yeah, that's just how he
Yeah,
talks.
he
yeah.
says that all the time. He's like, I don't know dick.
But fucking, it's just
I
so
love Joey
gross, dude. I don't even like putting it in my cereal, but you have to because, you know what I'm saying.
Do you pour your milk first or your cereal first?
God, this again.
Cereal than milk.
Why?
You're alone.
Why?
You're alone here.
No, I just want to know why.
Jose's
Mhm.
Jose's the only.
Oh, I am.
He's also
psychopath.
left-handed. Did you know?
Yeah, did you know that?
Damn, dude.
He's also
All left-handed people are weird. It's facts.
Because I I don't know. I like getting the cereal soggy.
Yeah.
It's all over the cereal.
You can do it the other way too. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but then it just sits there, and you have
yeah,
to
it
fucking,
floats.
Like, work at it.
Exactly.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
lazy as hell, so I just want every.
It
That
doesn't.
just yeah.
It just
That's a
floats
myth.
there. It floats there. It depends on what
doesn't.
cereal you have. For example, if you have like mini wheats, I love mini wheats, dude. Mini wheats are the
You're
best.
you're talking to somebody who does it the other way. I'm telling you, there's no difference.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Are
You
you
realize-
just trying to convert him?
No, I'm not trying to confirm. I'm just saying, like, cause I'm like
You
the
and your
reason-
Church of
He
all
just
the-
he just doesn't want the stigma out there.
all the reasons I've heard are like just like that's not a what.
Not
That's
a valid.
you know what I'm
it's
saying.
not valid.
It's not
So why do you do it?
because the cereal like it weighs down and stuff. So even though like you can just
It's
just
just-
tap the top.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things. Like, oh, do you sit down or do you stand up when you wipe? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just whatever that person does. Anybody that does it different is gonna sound weird to them. You know what
the
I'm saying?
reason why
So they're gonna
I
argue
do
it.
is because I rather drink milk and not have cereal than to eat a bowl of cereal and have no milk. That's one of the reasons.
I just put the cereal back.
You know what I'm saying?
When it's in the milk?
No. If he, what he's
You
saying,
just take it out.
what he is saying is like, let's say he gets the box of cereal and then a jar of milk, right? He doesn't want to pour the cereal in the bowl and then turns out the
No
milk
milk.
jug is empty. You know, he wants it. Would rather have milk to drink first, would get the cereal, or have the milk in the bowl, get the cereal, realize there's no more cereal left, and he's like, okay, I can just drink the milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Or
what
put-
he's
I
saying,
prefer milk over
which is
cereal, though.
understandable.
Or pour something else in it. I can put something else in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he'll put a whole sleeve of Oreo cookies in there just because
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
he's ready to die.
Plus I can actually measure out how much milk I go.
One time,
I like to measure the milk than the cereal.
I like have the milk to like borderline overflowing. I waste milk. Well, I don't waste it. I drink it all, but like
one
I go
time,
through milk.
we didn't have milk when we had cereal, and
Don't tell me use water.
Please don't.
I forget what I used. To be honest with you,
Use
I think
fucking
I ate
baby
it.
shampoo.
I think I ate no. To be honest, I think I ate it dry. It was Raul that made the mistake of putting orange juice in chocolate
pretty good.
chocolate
That sounds
cereal,
pretty good, dude.
like
I'm not gonna
lie.
chocolate chocolate cocoa pebbles.
That sounds pretty
I
good.
just remember the rap
Dude,
battle and stuff.
I used to always eat orange juice with chocolate cereal.
Really?
I fucking loved it. Not
It
like
was-
together, but like I
Oh.
would eat.
No.
with
Imagine
cereal
you
and
don't
milk.
have milk. You
Oh,
use
that
it
sounds pretty good,
instead.
dude. That sounds
It's
pretty
not.
fire.
It
I
wasn't
think I said
good.
this the first time you told me the
soaked
story.
in there.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Like
the-
imagine
Sorry.
it was like orange, a bowl of orange juice, and then with brown chocolate. It might sound tempting, but when it's a couple bites, it's like,
It does sound tempting, man. It's like
Because I know what both of those things taste like right now, and I'm
separately.
imagining
Separately.
what it would be like together, and I think I could do it. I think it's.
I was gonna say, do you remember the Andrew Schultz joke where it was like, he's like, oh, he got cereal, no milk.
Oh,
And
yeah,
He
yeah,
asked
yeah.
for apple juice, and I was like, he better not. He better not. He, you know what he did? My mind went to a dark place, and he did it. He put apple juice in the cereal, and I thought to myself, that's so disgusting. How can somebody do that? And then I remembered, I eat ass. Nah, but like again, the
on
whole
the same level.
The whole milk cereal thing is dumb. It's just like people for some reason find it surprising.
Yeah, they'll fight to the death for it.
For the other side. It's like, oh, how you do that? It's the same shit.
Yeah, do both.
It's all the same shit. I just got for some reason for me, I just went with the milk first. It's a natural thing for me. And then I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, cereal. Yeah.
Danny,
I don't know.
do you take a shit standing up or sitting down?
Standing up in the shower.
Sitting up in the shower.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of people, my homeboy had a cousin, or I don't know, like a step cousin.
Step cousin.
I don't know. Oh no,
Cousin-in-law?
his dad went out with this girl, a step brother.
Stepbrother.
And he had just came from like Haiti or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't sit on the toilet. He would put his 2 feet on the rim of the toilet, and he'll squat into the hole. Like that's how he do that. And he said, I was like, yeah, I walked in the bathroom, saw him doing that shit. He fell.
That's probably how he did in Haiti.
Yeah, but they have like
Over a dirt hole, maybe.
in some countries they don't have like toilets or nothing. It's just a hole.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
But
saying.
I'm saying, but like, why would you do that on the?
Oh, why would he go through the trouble of standing on the toilet?
On the toilet, yeah. Some people face the other way also. You ever seen
Sit
that?
like one of those cool camp counselors,
Isn't
like
that-
with their arms on the thing.
Didn't
Yeah.
they do that in South Park where Butters
Yeah,
does it? He's like,
Butters.
isn't that how you're supposed to? You got the little table in front of you, so you can, play with your toys. You use your
And then what's it called? They like do the seance and everything. And the inventor of toilets comes over. He's
Yeah,
like,
they
Talking to the
That's
mic,
how you-
Danny.
Yeah, they do a seance to find the ghost of the original creator of the toilet, and he's like, yeah, you're supposed to sit in front of it. You have that little table there for a reason to use.
Oh man,
So, Victor, you're gonna tell the story about your car
Yeah.
and how
you weirdo.
you ate a bus.
I ate a bus, the whole thing. Didn't leave one tire left.
You're like Rory.
No. When I was 17 and I got my car,
going around.
I think when I was 18, when I had my first car. So white Honda Accord, took it to school. My mom was like, don't take it to school because you don't have your license. I'm like, yeah, well, I got my permit. So same thing, right?
Fuck
Not,
off, Mom.
not the
A white teenager. My mom.
gosh.
You're not my mom.
You know my mom.
Gosh.
Anyways, the moral of the story is listen to your mother because she's right. It was my older brother's car. He had that car for 7 years. 7 days later, after I got that car, I was leaving the parking lot, driving. I had my friends in the back. We're listening to Party in the USA.
Booty jams.
Booty tapes.
And I realized, I should make a left here, right? So, I put on my blinker. I make a left.
Responsible.
Yeah. The bus behind me just rams me. Right behind. My trunk was indented. Luckily, everyone was safe. But I'm like, fuck. A bus just hit me. Like a school bus full of kids.
Bus just hit me.
We pull over to the side. All the kids are outside looking at me. I didn't recognize anyone. Actually, I did. I did recognize one person because I didn't see him in there. But the next day, he's like, "Oh, I was on the bus." I'm like,
Yo,
"Yeah,
you idiot.
You fucked me
Did
up.
you get
I was
paid
trying
for
to go
that?
home.
no." Because here's the
Because you didn't have a license.
yeah. Here's I didn't have
License.
yeah. I didn't have a license. You see.
Wow.
The police officer for the school came over
Right.
and he looked at me. He looked at the bus driver. He looked back at me. He looked at the bus driver.
Now get you some Old Spice.
Old Spice.
commercial.
Continue.
I was in my ROTC uniform.
You were probably you were one of
Yeah.
those kids. I can sense that. Dude.
I only took it 1 year. It was the year that happened. My younger brother Raul and his friend, we were all in ROTC uniform, and we got out of the car, and the officer was like, "Listen, here's I gave him like I don't have my license, I only have my permit." And he's like,
Well, since you're a fellow narc, I'm gonna go ahead.
basically. So when the actual police officer arrived,
Nobody in
not
that
the
car had a
school-
license.
No. because that was for the school when the other police officer arrived, and this lady came over, which fuck her, by the way, because I was a kid. I didn't know what was going on. The lady comes and is like, oh, what's going on and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, this happened and everything. It's like, oh, are you okay? She didn't say, are you okay? I'm like,
So
oh,
you idiot.
no, she's like, oh, she's trying to figure out what happened. I'm like, I told her what happened. Turns out she was working for the insurance company for the bus, the school district. Yeah. Taking advantage of a naive little student. So,
Right.
fuck her, for the record.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happened anyways. But in the end, the police officer for the school was like, listen, I know my kids are in ROTC are good kids, so I'm gonna talk to the officer for the scene to see if work something out for you since you don't have your license. So we got the report back. He's like, listen, you don't have a license, so to avoid any complications that you don't like for insurance and all that stuff, whatever, I don't know how, but I will not give you a ticket. But that means I can't give the other person a ticket either, because then it will say that you won't have a license. So I'm like, all right.
Cool.
Yeah, because at the time, that was like my best option. Bus driver went away. I scraped the car back home, all the way home.
Oh, the trunk is like.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Total, dude. Total.
Really?
Like, I had a picture one time. I'll probably find it later. And I got the police report like a couple days later. Estimated damage for the bus, $100. Estimated damage on my car, $5,000, according to the police report.
If you would have had your fucking
Right?
license.
If I only listened to my mother and not take the bus to school.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
Sad.
couple years later, after that happened, and Victor just settled into his new life,
Right.
and he's made his new friends, with
Slang
me
puss.
and Jose, and
Wherever he goes.
we're in a group chat with some other folks. You know what I'm saying? He sends that same picture of the car crash to the group chat. He's like, "Hey guys, I got into an accident."
Yeah, because I
Like-
found it. It was what it was.
trying to bamboozle us.
You want me to come over? Oh.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. And then
Some people believed me, other people's didn't. Other people's. I
didn't-
think you guys, they were like, yeah,
I didn't
that's
answer.
bullshit.
I knew it was bullshit because I've seen the picture before.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
not,
showed him.
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't answer. I never do.
Imbecile.
I never did.
He might
Jose
be.
has this thing where he thinks he's too cool to answer the group chats.
I
You
don't
know
got
what I'm saying?
time.
He's
Only-
so busy all the time.
I only slip in jokes from time to time.
I want to do something drastic. Kill yourself.
That's man.
wasted opportunity.
The milk of cereal thing. Actually,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
they were arguing about something, and
Okay.
I sent them a video. Like they're arguing. I sent them a video.
Something
I'm like,
completely unrelated.
everybody's
to that
arguing.
shit.
I'm just chilling.
We were
like, and
heated.
then I put the milk the cereal, and I sent it. I was like, I'm just chilling. He's like, you bastard.
It's like if you see a fire starting, you just throw gasoline inside. That's what he did.
That's what I do.
I used to be a part of this one group chat, and this one night we were sending dick pics to each other,
What?
and like,
Wait, what?
No. Let him continue.
like I had to initiate it first, right? So like, it was out of the blue, right? So first I'm like.
We're still in the library, guys.
I know my title right now. I have the title. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So, I'm like texting in the group chat. I'm like, say I won't send a dick pic right now. And they're like, all right, send a pussy. And first I'm like teasing them, kind of. I sent a picture of my pubes. And then I sent a picture of my balls, and they love that. And then I just send them a picture of my soft dick, and I have a very small penis. And then
All right.
that's how that went down. It was a beautiful. It was beautiful.
Keep going, dude.
Friends. How many of us have this? friends.
I just
Why don't we send each other dick pics?
I just want you to understand
I don't think we're friends anymore.
that whole story was unprovoked.
I pulled up the pictures
Dude,
of
what
the
a nice
accident.
shot, dude. It's like you got the sun in there. You got the glare.
Dude, I could have sworn this was.
You know what I realized? We were addressing this picture and the lighting and stuff like that. Coming from this story, so
Like he's showing us a picture of the dick.
Oh my god, dude.
No, he's showing the picture of Victor's car
The accident.
from after the accident.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Jesus. You have a nice laptop, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You have a nice.
Say it.
Go ahead, let me know. Oh my God!
I don't think we're friends anymore.
Listen,
We don't.
if you want to send me pictures of your dick, go ahead. I can't promise you I'm gonna respond.
Well, yeah.
Can't reciprocate.
Judging by what it looks like, I don't think you would.
Dude, I don't think you want to. Nah, it's just a scar now.
I don't think you want to compete.
Yeah, I'd lose.
It's just a
that one.
scar. Your dick is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's just a scar.
It's like a nub.
Looks like the pigeon.
Yeah, it's just inside of itself.
Has it ever happened to you where it's real cold, you gotta go pee, and then it's inside out? Not inside out, like
Inside
it's
out.
in. It's like real in.
Pause. What?
Like it's hiding.
Oh, like when it's cold outside.
Yeah, and
It's cold everywhere.
Shrivels up.
It
It
goes
goes
on
in.
everywhere.
You're just like, what the fuck? Where'd it go? I
Like inside.
I forgot we're now fat here. I'm fat.
Yeah,
I'm real fat. fat.
fat. Man, I don't even know where to go from there, dude. I don't-
How long did I go?
How can you top that?
What was your earliest memories?
What?
Oh, just anything.
What are
just
you on?
anything. Like the farthest back you can go.
Having lunch with like 12 other people, right? Was it 12 other people? Yeah,
What?
you had lunch with
Oh.
12 other people.
I get it. Jesus, he was Judas.
Last Supper.
Last Supper. Okay.
Good one, dude.
Now he's remembering right now. He's like, damn.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then pick up the tab.
I remember my first like memory.
I remember crossing the desert, following a star.
Really?
That's what it was.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
sorry, back in the day.
Danny, since we're on the topic, you other than sending your friends dick pics, you ever sent a girl a dick pic?
I haven't.
Was there any girls in that chat?
Two. But they're like not like that. I used to just those were my smoking buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were they present for the dick pics?
Yeah.
What did they send?
Nothing.
Of course, smart.
Yeah. So they probably have my dick somewhere. My balls. Like I'm more balls than meat. It's pretty gross.
You're killing me, man.
Anywho, my first memory ever.
Yo, if I was in the generation you're in now, I would have so much fun.
So
Not
much.
because of all the dick pics.
Yeah, okay.
Because because back in the days, I would be the one who'd be
Sending
like think
dick pics?
of crazy shit to do.
Mhm.
Like who would do it? He would do it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's just normal for y'all, like just topping that would be probably fire as
Yeah.
fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Christ, dude.
So you've never sent a girl a dick pic?
No,
Why not?
I've never sent one either.
I don't know.
I have.
I've only talked to like 4 girls ever.
That's more than Victor.
Yeah, it's more than me.
He just
Yeah.
fucks them, so he doesn't talk to them.
Yeah.
You fuck them and you just leave, dude.
They
you
send
don't
him-
even like speak to them. You're like,
Look at him.
hello.
He
I'm
got his
ready.
hat on backwards. He's ready to fucking party, dude.
I can't do that. I can't pull off the backwards hat.
Neither can I.
I look weird.
I think the last girl I texted was some of the Texas girls.
Some of the Texas girls.
Yeah, when I went to
Just a couple
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, and then that when I came back.
Big.
No, not dick pics, guys. I'm just saying.
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
We're
Can facts.
you're making me feel old right now.
Facts?
Because you're younger than us, right?
I am.
Okay, I think that's where it
I'm
stops.
extremely
I'm younger than you by a year.
Uh-huh.
Younger than him by 100.
Okay, I think it stops at me.
Man, I'm 17.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so you still have time to send.
So
dick
how
pics
old
in.
were you when all that shit happened?
Ooh.
Like a year ago.
All right, so you're pretty much straight in the department where if
And you're
somebody
19,
exposes you
right?
when you're an adult, because at that point they're just sharing child pornography.
Yeah.
If they keep it. No, I'm saying if they keep it.
Right.
at that point, so you're pretty much solid.
And it was all consensual too, so,
Yeah, so
you
yeah,
shouldn't
you
be
got-
worried, you know.
Well, it wasn't really consensual. I was just like, I'll send a dick pic, and they're like, okay.
Like nobody's asking you for it, but okay.
Like I don't know what we were talking about, but just out in the open, dude.
How not sensitive. What is it? How cordial? No. Did you did you at least like do some nice lighting to it, or you just fucking did it like an animal?
Yeah, any
went to my
tips? Any
bathroom.
tips
Did you
for
smile
Will
at it,
here?
like,
No,
like an evil person?
I sat on top of my sink. There was a bunch of white light coming down, and I'm just like, all right, let's do that.
Flash or
Did
no
Did you
flash?
fluff a little bit?
No, it
No,
was
no
just-
fluff. Just straight.
I was like sweaty,
God.
gross. I hated it, man.
What?
So why'd you send it?
Because I hate myself. Dude.
Here's a picture of my
I'm a very
dick.
destructive person towards myself, man. I don't know
What
why.
did everybody else say?
Do you get the sorry?
They
Do you
just
get
started laughing.
Okay.
do you
dying
get the
laughing.
travel size shampoo bottles that you put it next to it, so it looks like it's as big as a shampoo bottle, but it's
No.
not?
That's a tactic.
I just
That's a tactic.
no, man.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I
man.
think I compared mine to an air freshener.
I compare mine to my phone sometimes.
The Lysol. The
Just
Lysol
like-
cans.
But that's just by myself. I'm just like, hey, looking good, Dan. Looking good.
Now I keep measuring tape.
Keep the measuring tape.
Measure the progress. You know what I'm
Measure the
saying?
progress. See how much weight I actually lost.
You know what I'm saying? I got to uncover. You know what I'm saying?
I read
I
it.
lost 10 pounds, but I gained an inch. So.
Yeah, I'm doing
I was
good.
2 folds before. Now.
I read that it's all about ankles, where it's like,
Oh, to make it appear big.
yeah, to make it
but
appear bigger is
As
just
soon
like,
as they get the ladder. Yeah, as soon as they get the fucking ruler out, you can't hide.
No,
Numbers
for-
don't lie.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? Ankles?
to take a picture.
A dick
Like-
pic?
Like, you don't take it dead on. You like from an angle, certain lighting. It makes
ankle.
ankle
Oh, yeah. I heard ankle.
That's why in
No.
porn they do certain angles,
angles, angels.
and they get like a size difference. in
Interesting.
actors.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Sure.
Didn't know that.
There be porn videos that I watch. I'm like, that guy's a small dick.
And it's like
You know
average
what?
size.
Yeah.
It's still bigger than me. Whoa.
I'm like for porn, it's like
Get a bigger dick, guy.
it's like yeah, that's somebody lying here. Like
It's just like the
the flat rate's not right.
you know how in Hollywood they take offense when you're casting people that don't have like whatever. Like for example, when we were watching The Society, you were like, oh, I hope he's actually deaf.
He's
you know?
actually deaf. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
They want to be more inclusive, you know.
yeah,
So that's probably why they're hiring people with
smaller dicks,
smaller.
John Thomas's.
Yeah.
All right, so
And-
now so we can make it in the business now.
yeah. There's a niche for that now.
Fucking have you ever seen those porn videos where the dudes have like fucking monsters?
Like
We
Ron
always
Jeremy
fucking-
type shit.
We always
River
come back
monsters?
to porn. Each episode, we always come back to porn.
Dude, it's such an interesting topic too. Everybody's
Because no one wants to talk about it.
exactly.
Maybe those
Fair
where
enough.
it don't fit at all, and I'm like,
Anymore.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like,
the girl's like, she can't even do it. I'm like, what fascination
Dude,
do
do you
they
guys know
have for
about
that?
OG Mudbone?
No. What is that?
the fuck
Do you have
just
Wi-Fi
said
in
to
here?
Not in the public library. Wi-Fi, no.
Dude, OG
I literally
Mudbone is
get
insane.
I literally get banned.
I don't know what the fuck you just said to me.
Oh my god.
Describe it.
Sorry,
Describe it for the audio listeners.
there was before we get too deep into
Yeah.
that. Well, no pun intended. This one girl posted something on Instagram. It was like a story, and it was of this. It was like a porn scene, and where this dude was pulling his dick out of the girl, right? And it went. I'm like, okay, it's gonna come out right now. Kept going. I'm like, okay, that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? Kept going. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I swear to God, that shit was hitting her chest. Like he was poking her heart. God damn it, it was long. I'm like, God damn, dude.
So there's been reports of girls getting ripped apart, like their vaginal tracts and stuff like that. Yeah, they real shit.
Sorry, guys.
Some girls when they fuck guys with big dicks, some of them have to go to the hospital because it tears them and stuff like that. Damn. There's been reports of girls dying.
That's crazy.
Getting dick down.
Then there's also those hope videos where you see a girl sucking a dick that's the size of a nipple, and you're like, okay, love is love.
Love is love.
OG Mudbone's crazy though. He
What is it?
well, it's this porn guy. I think he died though because he used to take like pills to make him like cum a lot. So it'd just be like gallons of just cum coming out, and he has like a huge dick. you'd have to see it to like
I'm gonna look it up right now.
gaze at the glory.
Gaze at the glory.
Thwip. Just ropes. Nothing but ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
It's wild, dude. It's like unhealthy the amount he pumps out.
He has an IMDb page.
Yeah, it's
it's
because he makes
beautiful,
he makes movies. It's got. It's beautiful.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Can facts.
I don't know if I want to.
Are you looking at the images right now?
Yeah, this is just like.
Just girls in milk.
No. I don't know if is this the dude? Hold on. That's okay. That's just porn. Is that the dude?
I think that's him.
Talking to the mic, Danny.
I think that's
Jesus
him.
Christ.
Oh, my bad. I'm just so bad at this.
I don't know what I'm looking for here.
OG Mudbone. My friend showed him to me and it was insane.
You guys
That's how
show
it
each other a
always
lot of stuff. A
They're
lot.
very open with each other.
Yeah. When you're comfortable with your
With your homies, yeah.
yeah.
With your fam. Your squad, if you
I was
will.
gonna say sexual orientation.
It's
I
lit.
guess, man.
We're gonna bat wing each other.
What is that?
Right.
No.
What'd you say?
When you take your scrote and you stretch it, and you show him like down there. Jeff used to do that to Gavin. He used to when you never heard those stories.
No.
It'd be like Gavin would be on the phone in the conference room, and it would be like a window like the one we have here, like a door window, and he would just prop up, and then he would just put his balls on the glass while he's on the phone. Shut up or get out of here. He'll bat wing him and shit like that.
Rascal.
That's crazy.
Those antics. Crazy antics.
Those kooky kids.
Yeah. That's true.
You know
They-
any moves? Like the left-handed swan dive or
Dude.
anything like
very
that?
Novice.
Very novice.
You want to enlighten him? Will?
You're pretty much good with the basics.
Farthest I ever got with a girl was touching her butt. That's literally it.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
You gotta get in there.
Cheese and rice.
There's this thing called the chicken cutlet.
Chicken cutlet.
It's if I remember correctly, it's where you're fucking a girl on the beach. And you put sand on your dick, or you throw
No,
sand in
your
her pussy?
your dick falls off. It falls off. No, it falls out. Like you're doing her, it falls out and it gets into the sand. You don't wipe the sand off. You just
Yeah.
put it back in.
Yeah. That one seems uncomfortable for everybody. What's the one that is it a Casper?
The poltergeist.
The poltergeist, that's it.
When you hear her from behind, and you need two people for this.
Yeah.
You switch with your homeboy, and then you go out the window, and then you wave from her from the window, like I'm over
Oh
here,
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Amy Schumer stole that joke from someone.
From Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know
She's been
these.
caught for a lot of shit.
I know about the salamander and the Charizard.
What is a salamander?
You would know about the Charizard.
And the Simba. Or the Lion King, whatever it's called. The salamander is when you prop her against the wall. But like right when you're about to come, you flip her over so she's like facing the wall. And then you come inside of her and like she's squirming against the wall like a salamander being pinned.
Just get her pregnant for no damn reason.
Okay.
Just fuck her entire day.
The Charizard is something similar, but you get on top of her.
And you set her on fire.
I think that's a different one where you set her bush on fire.
Okay.
That's an actual one, yeah. But I think and you yell like you don't have enough badges to train me, while she tries to get you off of her.
I remember Eric Andre
It's
came
rape.
up with a couple of them.
Sure.
What's that?
Eric
more
Andre
like-
came up with a couple sex moves. There was one called like the black tuxedo, I think it was.
Which is?
Oh fuck, man. It's something to do with shit.
You put it on her.
Ah, damn, I forgot that.
I know the
Oh
dirty.
yeah, it's like French kissing but with shit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know the dirty Sanchez?
You don't really?
I don't.
When you stick a finger in her butt? Your butt?
It doesn't matter, dude.
A butt.
You get shit on your finger and then you just
Wipe it on her lip.
mustache it.
Wipe it on her.
On
Yeah,
her upper lip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give her a mustache.
It's beautiful.
I guess. Yeah, dude.
There's girls who like to get thrown up on.
Oh.
There's kinks
Good-
for everything. Dude.
Girls who like to
Everyone
get
loves
pissed
everything.
on.
There was this one girl that went to my high school. She started doing porn. And the first porn video she ever did It was like a.
I mean,
She wasn't great. You feel me? But it was like one of
It was
those
acceptable.
hardcore ones.
Mm-hmm.
And she's Jewish, right? So, they threw a penny on the floor, and they were just like, "I bet you want to get that, don't you? You fucking Jew."
yeah, they were very.
Yeah, they were not nice to her, dude. And fucking when she was sucking the dude's dick, like she couldn't take it, so she fucking threw up on him.
It was.
On video, dude.
And they published it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
She's on like multiple scenes now, but like that was her first
She was
one.
on the Bang Bus now.
Yeah, she was.
She's moved up.
Really?
Yeah. But like to start off like hardcore,
That's where she
like,
started.
You should be proud of
Yeah.
her.
It was.
I'd be proud.
They kick her in the face and shit.
They and in one scene they were trying to like I think they might have tried to put it in her butt, but she was like, no, don't, it's gonna rip. I'm like, that made me clench. You feel me? I'm like, ew.
Have you seen any other videos from her?
No, the you know what I have. She's
Talk to the mic, you asshole.
sorry. She has this one video. I think it's not Brazzers. I think it might be Reality Kings.
Mhm. Is it when they go she goes to their next door neighbor, ask for like a cup of sugar or
Have
something?
you watched these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like it was on the top page is what it was, and I clicked it, and then
Homie was on it.
afterwards when we were talking about it, it's like, oh, that was her.
Yeah. Her porn name is. Should I say her porn name? I don't
Fuck
wanna-
it.
You giving her more traffic. So
Her porn name is.
if she's out there doing it, like no shit.
Oh yeah, true. I guess her porn name is Becky Sins. You know
I
what I'm
think I've
saying?
heard that name before.
Yeah,
She's
dude.
up there now apparently.
I went to
Dude.
middle school and high school with her.
That's
I
pretty
could have fucked
cool.
her in middle school, but I didn't because I have morals.
Do you?
No, but I was too busy doing stupid shit. Like when I was in
Putting
middle
birds
school,
in backpacks.
it was somebody's pocket. Let me tell you, when I was in middle school, I was a pretty shitty kid. You feel me? So we were in PE, and that we had a substitute that day, so we couldn't get into the locker rooms to change our clothes. You feel me? And so some people used to wear their gym shorts under their regular pants.
Right.
And there was this one kid that I didn't like. He took his pants off and he had his shorts under. He put them on the bench. Cool, whatever. So me and my friends were walking around the track, and then on the side of a track, there's a dead bird. Like it's basically just like feathers and bones. You know what I'm saying? Just like a carcass. You
Right.
feel me? So I'm like, I think it's a good idea to pick it up. You feel me? I pick it up. I start chasing people with it. You feel me? I'm like, bird. You know what I'm saying? And so walking around with that for a while, and then I see his pants, and I'm like, it's a pretty good idea, man. I'm gonna put this fucking dead bird in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I put it in there, and then I take his belt and I throw it over the fence.
Right.
You know, just as a little touch of fuck you. You feel me?
You didn't like this kid? Is what it was?
No. So best part about it was he didn't realize it was in there until lunchtime. When he was in the lunch line, he went to go get his money. He pulls out the money and the bird falls out of his pocket. He just fucking freaks out. And I'm sitting at the table and I hear about it. Like my friends are telling me, they came up and like, "Yo, it's the fucking bird fell out of his pocket," and I'm going crazy. I'm dying. I'm like, "That's great. I love it." And then we get back to class and he's not there. You feel me? He comes in like maybe 20 minutes later, and I'm just like, "Where were you at, dog?" And he was just like, "I had to go tell the fucking principal somebody put a fucking bird in my pocket. This, and I was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. You feel me?
Crazy kids out here.
Crazy kids, man.
Now you know why the birds are haunting him.
Yeah, that's why the birds are haunting me, dude.
Bum, bum, bum.
I used to put gum in girls' hairs when I was little. Like I used to be like I remember.
To the girls you liked or to the girls you didn't like?
Because of psychology.
I was in,
Sigmund
like-
Freud over here.
I was in like 5th grade and I did it
He
to
was
like 3
actually-
girls, and this girl she leaned up and I was looking at my friend. I was chewing a piece of gum. I just put it on the back of her seat, stealthily. And I just like I lean back, and then she leans back, She pulls back, and then she just has a piece of gum in her hair. And I almost got in trouble with it. And they looked in the cameras and everything. They didn't see me.
Real stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't like. You were. Where was this? Sorry. In the hallway or
Elementary
in the
school,
class?
the bus.
On the
School
bus. Okay.
Back when they had cameras in classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't. And they have buses. But you were
We didn't
behind
have
her or
cameras in
what?
our shit.
I was behind her, yeah.
So they couldn't just assume it was you, behind the
No,
seat.
because maybe it was the class before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Okay.
thing. Because it's on the seat. It's not like. Because he put it.
Oh,
If he
okay.
would have put it directly on
Yeah,
the head,
that-
it would be
that's
like,
what I
okay. First of all, you're not leaning that back. And if he put it like on top of the head
Okay.
type shit,
Yeah.
it'd be like, okay, somebody did. It's not like you fucking banged your head on the ceiling or you crawled under the table and stuff like that. Where it was filled with gum and shit.
Like I stole a shit ton of stuff when I was in
Talking
fifth
to the
grade.
mic.
Like my teacher used to trust me, and she'd like be like, "All right, just like close." She would be like, "Close up" or whatever. Like I was like cleaning for some reason. I don't know why.
Right.
And I was just like, my job was just to lock the classroom. So one day I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. She leaves, and my friend was already in the bathroom. Well, like I told him to like hide in the bathroom. I go into the bathroom, and then we're just chilling there until she leaves. We go out and we just steal like she used to sell stuff for like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we just take the entire box. And the next day she's like, someone stole stuff from me, and I was like,
I wonder who it
I'm
was.
like, I wondered. I had, like, a
You
bunch
saw
of, like,
me. I was here this whole time.
a bunch of Kit Kats inside my fucking book bag and shit.
Did you flip them or did you eat them?
I ate them, dude. I was a fat fucking kid.
Now you have high blood pressure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now the Kit Kats are coming to haunt you.
No, dude. That's in my genes. People in my dad's family has a history with high blood pressure.
Mm.
Fucking sucks, dude. Because I'm not even that fat. Like I'm chubby, but
Shouldn't working out help you with that? Shouldn't working out help you with that?
yeah.
That way you can eat what you want, but
I
you
used
just
to
work
I
it
used
off.
to work out all the time, dude. I stopped.
When are we going to?
You're
Be
lying
like
to
that.
me.
I swear to God.
You're lying to me.
I wasn't like like 6-pack or nothing, but
Oh.
I would like work out.
Like I would like pick up my my game controller and what'd you do?
I used to do a lot of cardio. I did like 30 minutes of cardio. It's not a lot, but no. It's
Okay.
being active.
So more than Victor.
Yeah.
Are you still running?
No.
he stopped.
You know.
Why?
That's why he hasn't lost anything.
I fell off the wagon
Why?
Because he's an idiot.
because I'm an idiot. I just it's at this point it's just laziness again. I'm like, I can't hear you.
At this point, you might as well just run every time you take your dog out.
Yeah. No, I've been meaning to. Like I always say, like I should run, but
Just
then
run with your dog.
then
Or
I
just-
postpone it until I say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Procrastination.
over and over.
I realized you were falling off when you stopped walking your dog for. You just like, oh,
Yeah.
you're done shitting.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's
Yeah,
go back.
I don't even want to walk the dog.
Just
further.
walk out. Just
Yeah.
take the long way home, man. That would do you extra. I'm only talking shit because I lost 10 pounds.
So did I. I
It's
realized
because the heat.
I lost 10 pounds too when I was in the run thing.
I just started eating healthier. Today didn't help, but for the past few days I've been eating healthier.
You had a salad today.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, I do.
I was
I'm not
also
trying to get
yeah.
this
I was
fucking-
also eating better.
Do you?
I think sorry, it fell off when I stopped eating the healthy stuff and I went back to my old ways. Where I was like, oh, I could do a ice cream. You know, I'll just work out longer.
Back when I
Didn't
was
Which I'm surprised that that's even an issue. I
Eating
think
healthy?
because when no, like portion wise, because it's all portion, because you can eat healthy and still be a fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just portions at the end of the day. I just keep forgetting that after I leave these two dweebs home, they're into their own devices and they fucking stuff their faces whenever they're hungry.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Because when
Bev's tonight, right?
Because real shit, like I eat a lot, but that's that one time you see me eat, that's it.
really,
And then maybe I'll eat ice cream with these two, and then that's it until the next day.
right.
I don't eat anything else.
Jesus Christ.
That's the thing though. Is like I only fucking stuff myself when I'm with you guys. Like when I'm by myself,
but
I don't
you
eat that much.
You eat like 3 times.
I don't
twice?
know how many times I eat.
You get hungry very often.
I
You-
do too.
I eat a lot by myself, but when I'm with people, I don't eat that much. So like, what's it called?
Cause they convince me. You feel me? They're like, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Don't
they
act
make
like,
they make me comfortable with it.
don't act like we
'Cause
peer
they're
pressure
either
into it.
Ordering a mountain milk,
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
ordering-
like, okay, well, If he's doing it, I can
Yeah,
do it.
no,
You know what I'm
remember the
saying?
last time we went to
and they
Dale-
challenge me.
Ale
It's
House?
like, you can't do that shit. I can do that shit. And then my pride gets in it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, after Will calling me a pussy for ordering small, then I'm like, all right, let me just eat something big. And to be fair, I do like I be craving. I eat what I crave.
Will is a responsible one. Like if we're not doing anything, he'll be like, "You guys want to go for a walk?" And Jose is like, "You fat fuck."
Bro, I'll tell you, literally, bro. We get to my house, like we had just dropped Victor off. He had to work. You feel me? We get to we get out the car. I'm just like, damn, it's a nice ass day outside, dude. I turn to Jose. I'm like, you want to go for a walk, man? And he looks at me. He goes, you fat fuck. I'm just like, is that a no? I'm just like, okay.
I remember my freshman year, I would eat everything boiled, like vegetables and shit like that. I would have like a little piece
Your
of
fries.
steak and boiled fries, boiled chicken tenders, dude.
Yeah.
It's healthy for you. No, but like any vegetable, I'd just eat boiled, no season, no nothing, just like. But I lost a lot of weight then. I was like 160. I went down to like 149.
Shit. Oh, 20 pounds.
Still, when you're already
No,
white,
no,
it's-
I'm like, because I just did the math in my head. That's why I was like, okay, 20 pounds.
But I was very proud of myself. I was very.
How
I was very
in what time span?
Couple days.
If it was a couple of days, that's impressive.
No, it was like.
That's
you-
unhealthy, isn't
It
it?
was like.
Yeah, it is
It
unhealthy.
was like a month or two.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So 5 pounds a month. I mean, a week. Because 5 pounds
That's
a
doable.
week is what you're supposed to do.
That's doable. I don't know if it's supposed to do, but it's doable.
And then like,
It's
cause
the
back
healthiest.
then, dude, I was a fat motherfucker, dude. Like I had my double chin going out. I also had like a double neck, so upon the chin, it was just like, yeah, it was pretty fat. And my blood sugar was high, my cholesterol was high, pressure was high, everything. I was like close to having diabetes in the 8th grade.
Damn.
Be like that.
I was thinking
Oh, I
about
thought you
that.
said
No, because I'm thinking
something.
about when I was fat. I was 230.
Yeah, but you never checked for diabetes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I
could have been.
exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what Tony and Gabi and Fernanda used to, like me and Raul, like used to caution my mother, be like, oh, you gotta be careful. You know, you don't want him to get diabetes.
Well, some people are big and don't got none of that shit.
No,
It's just
yeah, I
crazy.
know.
like my cousin, she's skinny as hell. She's vegan. You know what I'm saying? She has diabetes.
Was she born with it?
Weak bitch.
Was she born with it?
No, she developed it like later on in.
A lot of-
So
a lot of that stuff is genetics, dude. You either got it or you
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, okay.
It's that's the it's a chance.
You know what's scary to me? Mental disease, dude. Like,
That scares
I'm
everybody.
fucking crazy. Like schizophrenia. Like I don't know.
We're not real, and you're just talking to
Shut
an
up.
empty room. Jose gets paranoid.
Jose
my
hates
fear.
that.
Really?
Jose hates it.
Yeah.
Really,
I-
dude.
It's the
Like,
fear.
I sometimes like I don't know if this is normal, but when I close my eyes, I see colors. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
strong
have-
it's normal for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
it's normal.
I see greens and reds and
Alright, cool.
blues,
But like,
oranges.
I see like weird patterns and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay, that's good.
I think that's
Yeah.
more like when you're
Alright.
devoid of your senses. You know, like if you
Yeah.
you've seen Stranger Things, right, Jose?
Yeah, I've seen worse things. Yes.
No, like it's an actual thing when you
Sensory
devoid.
deprivation.
That's what it's called. Thank you. You basically start hallucinating.
Right.
So it's like when you close your eyes and you're looking for something that's not there. That's what comes up.
Yeah. It's creepy to think about hearing voice. I heard Myron's voice once. I remember when I was
That's happened to me a couple of times, and then I realized he's at my fucking house.
No, but it was like no. I mean, LSD had a thing to do with it. I was in my room, and I was just like, one of my things I wanted to do was just like lock myself in somewhere completely dark and just trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that, and I heard Myron's voice, and then I hear Rosemary, and then they proceeded to fuck
Okay.
while I was in my bed.
It's one of your fantasies.
I was like an acid haze. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? That's crazy, dude.
I've actually wanted to hear voices because I can't wrap that around my head. Because like for example, when people like
You want to hear a voice? You said.
no, because you know how I hear these cases of like people depression, that like they hear these voices or like schizophrenic reality, they can't tell what's real, what's not, or whatever. For some reason, I want to experience that, but I just what I fear is that the whole thing that I think is normal is actually just me talking to a wall. like for example, if we're having a conversation and it feels tangible, but the whole time from an outside perspective, it's just me in the corner like having fun. Like
Right.
for example, when you see like homeless people in the street and they're going through it, you feel me? They're laughing at themselves and stuff like that. What do you think they're seeing? You know what I'm saying? You think they're actually just looking at their hand? It could be like, you think they're still in that position where like, oh, look, a caliper on my hand, or do you think they envision a whole thing where they think it's like very normal, but to us it appears fucked up?
Like they're doing a podcast themselves.
Imagine that.
That's what I think about.
You're just a homeless guy, just like
Yeah,
Yeah,
could you
dude.
imagine that?
in a park, and people are watching you. Dude, that's crazy. That's trippy. You could take psychedelics, dude. It's
I'm
like
not.
that.
I'm not doing that,
It's-
sir.
Yeah, dude. There's this one. I don't know if you guys know about DMT.
Yes, I know. I've heard.
Yeah.
No.
I want to take DMT. It's you take 3 good hits, and then what's it called? You basically just explore your consciousness.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know how to explain it completely, but yeah, it's like one of the most potent psychedelics.
I see colors, man. Would you do a deprivation tank?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Anyway, I know what we're doing.
Century
Podcast on the road.
Podcast on the road. Road to deprivation.
Or deprivation.
That's what-
Road to Insanity.
That's
There
what
it
the
is.
song.
Road to Insanity podcast.
I am.
That's actually what the song "Sleep"
Damn, that would have
is
been a
based
good
on,
name for
like,
this
just
podcast.
realities.
Road to
I
Insanity.
can tell if I'm asleep or wide awake with the clearest dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's the sense, and that's why for the when I did the video, at the end I was asleep the whole time. So the me in VR, what I see through VR is I think is real world. But if I take the goggles off, I'm technically in the real world, but in reality I'm dreaming about that. So I'm dreaming of being in the world and also in VR. Because it's like when the scenes where you don't see nothing, yeah, like I'm not in it, or like you don't see anything. It's just like the trees or whatever. That's what I see through the VR, right? But why would I do that? Why would I need to be in VR when I'm actually out there?
Right.
Like that's why I was in the VR, like by the water and stuff like that. Like I'm actually there, so why do I need that extra vision? But at the end of it, turns out I was asleep the whole time, and it was not. Those realities are not real. It's all layered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my whole fear wrapped up in the present right
There's
there.
Fucking Roberto calling me again.
You're gonna have to
Yep.
answer that, sir. Outside or whatever, I don't care.
Hello.
Danny,
What's up?
listen, if I give you a schedule now, are you gonna be able to work that even during school time?
Even during school time? I think so. Yeah.
No, I need to know.
You need to know?
No, I think so.
Well, I'd have to talk to my parents about that.
Talk to your parents and call me back.
Okay.
Because if I'm gonna give you a schedule just for 2 weeks, and then stop somebody else from working, and then I'm gonna be left with nothing, then I'd rather have you the way you are right now, and then work out maybe some way the schedules for the weekend.
Right.
As they come available. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, we can work now. Like if I need somebody, I can say, "Can you work? Can you work?" But if I give you a set schedule, and then in 2 weeks you say, "Oh yeah, I'm back to school. I cannot work anymore."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so just talk to your parents.
Mhm.
We got time. I mean, because I have another guy that wants to work,
Uh huh.
and I don't want to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so talk to them and call me back.
Okay. No problem.
Regardless, I still need you this week just to fill in.
Okay. No problem.
But if you want to work it, then I'll give you that schedule.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No problem.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
What
Oh,
I was
yeah,
saying,
man.
what I was saying to you is I saw an application that was filled out. That's probably what he's
No,
talking
no,
about.
and
but
I was
in other
asking-
words, he's just talking shit.
I was asking you if you saw them talking because I think that application is actually Sophia's brother
Oh,
that we came when he came
Sophia
in.
has a brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still nothing from
Is
that.
he as
so.
dumb as her?
I don't know, dude. Why, you want to pull up too?
Maybe. Dude, I gotta stop talking so much shit about people on here, man.
It's all fun, man.
No, it's not. I mean it.
Relax. Calm down.
We would crack Sophia at the end of the day.
Reverting back to
Roberto's a
the
fucking douchebag.
reverting back to what the topic we're talking about drugs and hallucinations and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's it called? I recently just bought my ticket like last Saturday to go to Denver, Colorado, and I don't smoke.
You gonna be
at
blazing
all.
it out there?
Yeah, I don't smoke, but over there, I'm
wanna smoke weed for the first time?
not for the first time, but
Oh, you smoked weed before?
I've tried it. Yeah,
Oh, really?
I'm not a big fan, so I never continued with it.
I feel you, man. I feel you, dude.
And I have good influences with me, so they don't partake with me.
That's good, dude.
I don't know about you, but I'm an alcoholic, dude.
You don't want to spiral.
Yeah, no.
It's not a good.
But yeah, you know, it
So
was
you're gonna blaze it up
Yeah.
out in
it was a long time ago when I tried it. So
delinquent land.
Yeah, delinquent land, and over there it's legal. So you know, morally I'm not conflicted.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
That's a
all it
little-
takes.
Huh?
That's all it takes.
What?
Being legal.
Dude,
Being
the
morally
only reason to
obligated?
do anything
Sure.
you're not supposed to do is because you're not supposed to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but like I said, I mean I could do it now if anything.
Yeah, you got your
I
brother
have
doing it.
I have the means and
I have the malanga for it too, you know. Like got the dinero, mucho hierro,
yeah, dude.
mucho hierro.
but yeah.
That's so racist. What I just
Excuse
said.
me. But yeah, so
Nobody knows that.
I've never been high like that before.
You never
Dude,
been high
the first
before?
time,
No.
the first time, like
What the fuck?
Yeah.
the first time I ever like actually felt high was when I smoked with Raul. You know what I'm saying? And that was after like a whole day of drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, and I was so fucking dehydrated and exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So we were drinking the whole day. Get back to Victor's house. Me and Raul smoke, and I feel like, wow, dude, I feel this feels great. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a smoker, dude. I got asthma.
Do you really?
No, but
None of that shit catches my interest, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my own head at this point.
I was under the impression that you'd never done it before.
Done like what? Drink?
Drank or smoked.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a Westie. I've never smoked.
Oh, it's a Westie.
That's $1 million thing right there.
It's $1 million thing.
I'm gonna share a blunt with him for the $1 million that he makes.
the first $1 million,
Yeah.
What about the first one you make? Are you gonna share something with him?
he's gonna share a cookie with him.
Yeah.
Share daily premiere.
Ooh. Nah, but yeah, that it just doesn't really. It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Even though I'll probably be like fucking radical, but I'm without it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
used to feel that way until Victor got me drunk that one night, so he could take advantage of my young self when I was 17.
Wow.
What are you on about?
No, but
You remember?
No, I
Well,
don't.
No, you don't.
I've drank before, so.
Oh, you're talking about drinking.
Yeah,
Oh, my birthday.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember.
Victor bought a hotel room, got me very drunk. We both blacked out. None of us remembers what happened.
Victor just woke
It was
up very sweaty.
It was a, it was a small little get together, a getty, if you will. A couple of friends and coworkers that I didn't invite, which is weird. But they showed up and we had a good time apparently because I don't remember. I drank a lot that day.
Really?
You guys don't even make it sound appealing either.
Hmm?
You guys don't make it sound appealing either.
Really?
Or seeing you guys is just like, when I watch you guys, it's just a bunch of
Motherfuckers just stumbling.
like when you guys are gone. When you
Yeah,
guys are
well-
gone, it's just like yeah, I'm happy I'm not doing that.
It's not the destination, man.
Yeah,
it's
no.
the journey.
Yeah, I don't want to be gone when I drink. I just
Like that.
No, dude, I have that bad habit when I drink, man.
Yeah,
I
that's a-
drink
that's a
to
bad
get drunk. I don't. Oh, let's go get tipsy, man. No, I want to get fucked up every time. Like, do not bring alcohol around me if it's not a ton. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just take a little sip. Like,
That was me. And
Let's fucking get to it.
dude. I used to get fucked up. I used to get fucked up, man.
I was so fucked up back then. Like I'm like, God.
Plus, it's
You wouldn't even
entertainment to watch
recognize
them.
me.
It's entertainment to watch them fuck over, and then the next day they're like, I have a huge headache, right? And it's just
Yeah.
like,
dude, and the thing about me, like, I talk a lot of shit sober, like, but when I'm drunk, dude, I lose any gate holding back the shit I want to say. Everything is said.
Slips through.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
I do that without liquor. So
He's an open book, dude. One time he told me his social security checked out. Robbed him.
I'm rich now. He's broke now.
I inherited
man,
his
but-
debt.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You got access to that.
Yeah, dude. But man, I'll tell you that shit good. Like it gets me loosey goosey, man.
You ever like? I like watching people, man, or the shit they come up with, and then I'm just there as an anchor. Like it just like
Yeah.
everybody's just like,
I like putting on a show for Jose.
yeah, it's fun. Because I like watching people, man. You know, I just like watching the world and shit. Like you just be like, what the fuck is that guy's story, or like, what is that duck thinking right now?
My friend, I got him like, I remember one time.
Quack.
Well, like it was actually like a couple days ago. We got him high for like the second time. He lost his shit, dude.
Yeah.
He lost his shit. Like he started screaming on the top of his lungs. It was 2 hits. 2 hits off a little pen.
Yikes.
2 little
Off the
baby hits
pen?
off a little pen.
And he was like gone or what?
Gone, dude. The
No
man started
way.
crying. It looked like he was like having like a bad trip on like a psychedelic. And I was sitting there. I was like, holy shit, dude. He was gone. Like he was like so angry for no reason. But it's weed. You're not supposed to be angry.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
weed. So I'm over here like, what the fuck?
That's weird.
Very weird. Raul shit didn't get me high though.
No. Raul got the poof.
It's a
Got
different
that,
breed.
You got that boof.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. I did take a little bit. I took like 2 hits and I was like, I'm a little there. I'm not fried, but
Are you still smoking?
5 months sober.
Congratulations.
Doing anything else?
Not anymore,
All right. You still watching flicks?
of course.
Can't stop, won't stop.
That's the only dopamine.
Yeah,
I get,
only
dude. Come
thing
on.
getting me by.
That's the reason I haven't jumped out of a window. What's the longest streak
Of what?
of just going?
Without a flick?
Like
Without?
once a week, twice a week.
That shit daily, dude. Jerk off daily.
Have you ever won a whole year straight, just every day?
Probably.
Or-
Like 2 years straight.
What year is this?
Dude, every year since I was born.
Come on, dude.
all right, that's just
2019, so about
Twice a day.
about 2019 years.
or like twice a day or whatever.
Have you ever done it multiple times in one day?
Yeah, I used to wake up very early. At like 9, cold sweats, you know. Gotta hit it like the hourly.
Yeah, the hourly.
But that's just when I'm bored. I was back when I was
Dude,
bored.
my record in one day is like 7 times.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The thing was, right, is it was throughout an entire day. Like
Yeah.
I was in my house by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had access to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Victor's over here playing with filters
Yeah,
and
I'm
Snapchat.
Snapchat filters.
What the fuck?
The duck face.
That's gross. RAR XD.
It looks like you'd rock that back in middle school, dude.
He did rock that
I
back in
did.
middle school.
I
serious?
did.
Yeah.
I did. Well, not the piercing, but everything else, yeah.
Oh my God, Victor.
With the long hair and
Yeah.
shit. Long hair don't care.
Yeah.
The
I have
boy-
pictures if you want me to show you.
Back when Raul was rocking the bowl cut.
Yeah.
I haven't cut my hair since fucking like January.
Are we eating ice cream in front of Danny later?
I'll watch you guys.
Ew, dude,
And just-
stop.
Let me see.
That's the girl filter.
Dude, have you seen me with the girl filter on?
No.
Oh my God, dude.
Use your phone. My
Looks
Snapchat sucks.
I look beautiful, dude.
You look beautiful.
I look beautiful.
I
I
can't
bet
wait
you
to see
do.
it.
I have a picture.
I can't wait to see it.
I look gorgeous.
Yeah.
You guys are
I'm fucking
gorgeous,
tearing up,
man.
dude.
The setup.
Josue. No, Will.
This whole thing's a setup.
Who looked like their mother?
Me?
Was it you? That looked just like your mother?
Yeah, which is not great for her.
Yeesh.
Sorry, mom.
Oh man.
No,
I just
my
remember-
mom's. Huh.
I just remember the face app thing.
Wow.
Wow, look at you, dude.
Yeah, you look pretty.
Eh.
Pretty.
He kind of looks like Maria, huh?
Let me see.
Look.
Oh shit, dude.
Let me see. Again.
What was that?
Just a picture of a lizard, dude.
You look like Rosemary.
Yeah, you look. You look a little
yeah,
bit more like Rosemary.
yeah.
I have expected you to look like your sister. Is what it was.
There's a God.
If I didn't believe then, I believe now. God damn it.
Canfax. Unravel.
You know about Canfax, Danny?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a new segment we're doing.
It's a new segment. Usually it started with me because these clowns don't want to do it. You can ask me anything and I'll be truthful, 100%.
I thought we extended it to anybody.
Oh yeah, that's anybody. But I'm saying the introduction.
It only applies if we say Canfax. Canfax. Podcast rules. You have to tell the truth to whatever question we ask. You cannot,
no matter what, you
cannot lie.
You can request either a short answer or yes or no.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds pretty cool, man.
Canfax. And you gotta say it in that voice. Canfax.
Yeah.
I can't really make that.
You don't think I can? Do you know how many times? It's on a record where I fail every single time. Canfax.
The start of that actually came out today.
Yeah, that's the episode.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Today's
July 29th, 2019.
Yep.
There it goes.
You know what I'm saying? Do you have any questions for me, Danny?
Canfax.
Make sure you say Canfax.
Unravel.
There it is.
There he goes.
So for some reason, when I put people on the spot, they don't have a question.
Because it's hard to think of one.
Yeah. Is there something you wanted to ask him?
You've been curious about, or you wanted to ask me for some reason, but just didn't have the cojones to.
Not the call. This is your
opportunity.
This is your platform.
Most people get 5, but if you only have 1, that's okay. Step right up. Try to knock me in the dunk tank.
He's like a clown talking shit.
I also don't get any lifelines.
I don't really know.
Good, because I would have told him something.
I have one. What's the deal with you and my sister? I know about that, dude. I mean, I don't really care, but I know about that.
I was ready for that. I was ready for that question. Believe it or not, this morning I woke up just in case he asked me that goddamn question.
You were baiting it.
I feel
That's why I set it up. That's why I'm gonna get it out of the way right now.
You're baiting it.
I know about that.
You know how many conversations I have in my head before I address shit, dude?
How do I?
What do you want to know about that?
I don't know.
Now I try to
Give me
pull
a brief synopsis of it.
I try to pull up on her like when I met her.
Right.
It was like 2 months until she told me she had a boyfriend, and then I blamed God for that, and then I got hella close with her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're real good friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I know some shit. She knows some shit about me and stuff like that. And
It's a good way to shape.
would I still pull up? Yes. Do I still like her? Yes. Would I put a ring on it as of now? Yes, I would.
You can't change that.
What a beauty. What else do you want? How long? I can go. If you want to know how long I can go about talking about her, I can go 4 hours more. But you'll get uncomfortable.
Only 4 hours? Only 4 hours?
About my sister.
We only have the room for another hour and a half.
The amount I refrain myself from talking about your sister to you is
It's impressive. It's impressive how much he doesn't talk about her when you're in the room.
Right.
A lot of
Out of
restraint.
respect for you, really.
Right.
because again, I have sisters, and I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm very honest with her. Like I constantly tell her that. Listen, you know, I still like you. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever you leave your man, aquí estoy,
Right here.
front and center.
On the
All right,
She gotta pull up on
Danny.
me.
I got a Canfax for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about your sister's boyfriend? Have you met him?
I like my sister's boyfriend.
You like him? He's a
Very
cool guy?
Yeah, he's a very smart man. Smart individual.
I've never met him, so I can't say nothing.
He drinks though. Oh, like on occasions. Like,
Oh, okay.
He's in a frat, so he like drinks now
He's one of those.
on occasions, and I'm just like, SMH, dude. Like I remember she told me a story that he ate an edible and he threw up, and I was like,
What a pussy! Yeah,
What a fucking pussy, dude.
What, you have to wait until you're a frat to start drinking, dude?
The
Fuck out of
fuck?
here!
Get out of here, man. Man, what you know about 5th grade?
You feel like I Canfax. Do you feel like I can take him?
Probably he's not a fighter.
Probably.
He's not a fighter.
All right, good, because she's told me the same thing.
Yeah, he's not a fighter. He just
Canfax.
If we're just throwing Canfax around, would you rather?
Victor, I wasn't gonna ask that.
Would you?
I'm down, dude.
Would you down for
I wasn't
what?
gonna ask that. I wanted to, but
Would you rather what?
Would you rather work in the bar,
oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Yeah,
or would you rather be a server? About this whole schedule change. How?
You should have asked me the real question you were gonna ask.
That was the real question.
It wasn't. It
Come on,
wasn't.
Victor. You already faxed it.
I did, and it's into
I'd
existence.
rather work as a server.
As a server.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That wasn't interesting. Ask me a different question.
Who would you rather have as a cuñado?
Theo.
What?
I don't know, dude. He calls me cuñado.
What a shield.
We should
What a shield. I didn't say Canfax. Damn it. Canfax.
Unraveled. Thank you for listening
I'm
to
sorry,
our
Danny.
Canfax,
You asked.
guys.
You had any other questions?
If anyone's listening, you guys have
I'm
any
surprised you
suggestions or
asked that. I'm
questions,
not gonna lie to you.
Really?
let us know.
I'm surprised in the fact that that was your first one.
Yeah, dude. Get out the open, man. I already know about it.
I figured.
Fuck it,
I
dude.
figured you asked me like when they're not here. Now you be like, hey, listen, I've always wanted to know what's to do with you and my sister.
Okay.
I'm surprised you asked me on the podcast.
I don't have respect, dude, for a lot of that. I know what the fuck I am. I say this shit in the open, man.
Nah, but I respect your shit.
On the air.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
Don't get me.
Man.
Don't get it twisted, dog.
Yeah,
You know
man. Yeah.
what I'm saying? That beauty.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
Calm down there, Romeo. Speaking of Romeo,
Does he still work there?
he does. Yeah.
Little bald fucker.
Hey, why
I
you?
like Romeo.
I do too, bro.
You're like
Ever tell you-
hostile for anyone we mentioned. Hey, you remember this guy? He still works there. Yeah.
Fuck
him.
that guy. And I got into an argument with him once.
Really?
Yeah, cause
I feel like he'd rock my shit, dude.
who, Romeo?
Yeah, Romeo. He's small as fuck.
Grab him
dude.
by the head, dude.
I
He
know.
can't reach you.
I know he's small and everything, but I feel like he'd like, given the chance, fuck me up, dude.
You never
So
know.
what happened was I was I think bussing, and there were these ladies by the bar, the little benches, you know, and they had like a bottle and they dropped it and it broke all over the place. And I forget what I said, dude. I don't know if he made a joke or if I made a joke. And then we just ended up arguing.
How interesting.
No, cause
How thrilling.
I was gonna explain it, but damn, I forgot what it was about, man.
It wasn't that important then, was it?
No, it wasn't. But I never forget. Except
didn't,
now, where
didn't
I
he
forget.
apologize?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he apologized.
So you probably made a joke and then he got mad.
No, I think it was. He made a joke, and I was trying to like.
I think he just wasn't in the mood because sometimes Will would be in those moods where he's like,
Yeah, dude, I'm a real prissy bitch, dude.
Right.
like
I
especially
can't
if
help
he
it
has to
sometimes.
work, like clean up a mess, he's not in the mood to hear a joke.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah, it's one of my many flaws.
I bite my tongue a lot. Like I would be fucking pissed.
Yeah, I can't do
But
it.
like, just like I remember one time.
One time.
Yeah, I did. I had to. What's it called? I was about to start cleaning the back, and Roberto was getting mad at me because these people left a bunch of crumbs on the table, and he thought it was me who did it. But like, not to get into any shit, so I was like, I didn't say anything. So he's like, "All right, pick this up." It's like we're like borderline closed. There's no one in the restaurant. He's like, "Pick it up. It looks disgusting here." And I'm like, I could be cleaning. It took me like 15 minutes to clean that shit up, dude. It was horrible what they left there.
Mm-hmm.
And he got like really mad at me and was like, I gotta fucking clean, dude. It took 15 minutes away. I could have done the back and some of the fucking some of the Thames.
Yeah, man. I just don't like it when people like catch like little snarky attitudes. So I get real confrontational with them.
Yeah. I have a can facts for Jose.
I reply to everything.
Can facts.
When people, like when Roberto yells at me for stupid shit, I fucking reply with him. I reply to him because I'm prepared.
Yeah, I don't like it when we're working and I ask you to do chips and salsa and you just completely ignore like any you don't even acknowledge it is what it is.
Dude, I'll
Okay.
be dead busy.
Yeah.
People ask me for chips and salsa. I remember one time
Like you
Fernando.
like I would
It'll be
Right.
dead when they ask me.
Yeah.
That's
no
the
like when
difference.
we don't have chips and salsa and I tell him
Oh.
can you make some, he just nothing and like it's a couple times until I tell him when you're finished with that can you make chips and salsa so that way the message is received, you know. But like if I ask him straight like can you do it and no response, I'm like fuck, we need chips and salsa
I remember
and it's his job.
What's the question you're asking me?
Why don't you answer me?
Why don't I answer you?
Why don't you
Because
answer
it'd be
me?
dead as
Do
fuck.
you
And
not
I'm like,
love me?
I'm like, do you not see these 5 tables dirty?
But we need chips and salsa more than we need the back tables clean.
Well, because it's like
If it's dead and we don't need the tables
no, because
in the
usually
back,
I
but we need
calculate
chips
my
and
shit where it's
salsa.
like I know that they're gonna double up. You feel me? Because as much as you guys want me to do chips and salsa, nobody's gonna help me with this goddamn tables. You understand what I'm saying?
Fuck the tables. Simple as
That's
that.
why I'm saying. That's why I get it done with. That way I'm not in the back and I come out to more tables. You know what I'm saying? Plus, no table like the tables that they're usually there, they're not. They were already there, like they're already paying. They're just waiting to leave and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, who the fuck needs salsa? Nobody's walked in yet, so it's not really that much urgent. Because if it was urgent, you guys would be in the back making it yourselves.
No, that's why we have you to make the salsa, and we tell our tables we're making salsa.
I'm talking about the days you ask.
Okay.
The days that don't answer that. That's why I don't answer. I'm just like, all right. No, I'm like, I get to it. No shit. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Just, I gotta get my shit done. You know what I'm saying?
I hate busing. It's the
You know what I'm
worst.
saying?
It's the worst.
It is the
thing in
fucking worst.
world, dude. At first, when I first got the job, I was like, yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not bad. It's just people assume that you're gonna fucking do everything at their time.
Yeah. When I used to bus, dude, everybody would like, I would be busy. Everybody was like, hey, can you do this? I'm like, it's gonna have to wait until I finish. You know what I'm saying? And they're usually like, okay.
Yeah. So I'd rather not come off with attitude than so I just keep silent. I'm just like, all right.
Well, if you come off with attitude, they're gonna be like, and then they're just not gonna ask you again, and then
No, I'm
you're
saying
free
like,
to go.
like, well, because Victor's only.
I just
The thing is, everybody else they leave as soon as they say it. They're just like, hey, that's what I'm used to.
they don't even give
Like
you a
when you're
chance
not
to say
there
no
and
or
people are
yes.
asking me stupid shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's usually like that. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Oh, take this to table 3 and take this to table 2. I'm so cleaning table. I'm just like,
what the fuck, dude?
so I just have that program. So I'm just like, oh. Like, so when you tell me, I think you're gone.
Because I usually ask you to see if you can actually do it. Because if you can't do it, then I'll either find
No,
somebody
you tell
else
me. You
to
don't
do it.
ask.
Or well, no, when I ask you for chips and salsa, I ask you, can you bring chips and salsa to this table?
Yeah, when you're not busy, you ask me, and it's like for like a table with a girl on it usually,
No.
or stuff like that.
No. When I actually need
And I
it.
answer you when you say can you,
Yeah.
because you're still there. But there'll be the times where
Because
I'm
I
just
wait for an
cleaning, you just
answer.
pass by. You just like, hey, take this.
All right.
And I'm just like, calmate.
This is where we air out our grievances with each other.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't be mad at
We're
her.
on
I
a
just
good
be-
note, guys. Let's go back.
And then I
to
look,
simpler time.
and then I just look around. It's like
Oh my God, dude.
those days are usually the days that are dead. By the way, that's the thing. I work dead days.
Right.
My days are not that busy. You can check the numbers.
So I've been there on a Sunday, dude.
Exactly. That's why I'm just there.
Horrible. Like I see you in the back sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just sit there in the 30s and just not do anything. But no,
I'm waiting for
bro.
tables to leave when I do that.
No, man.
When Roberto's eating, because I don't take. It was a long time ago. Like back then, I never took breaks. Like I just didn't take the break.
Right.
Like when everybody would go eat, I didn't because I was getting fat. So I was like, nah, I'm good. You feel me? The only time I would take a break is when your sister was there and I was trying to pull up on her.
Right,
You feel me? So when she would eat, I'll go.
Mhm.
And then that's when I get in trouble with Roberto. He's like, you be up there for like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I ain't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, I'll just wait. But then when I write something, I'm okay, it's dead. No, these people are just, they got their food or whatever the fuck. So I just wait. I go sit down, write something, and then I see a table get up. I go clean it, and then I come back. That's just my thing now. Plus, I'm writing. When I'm not writing an album, I'm just standing out there, just looking.
I'm surprised they got like Friday and Saturday, man.
As
There's some pretty busy days.
as barback.
No, as a fucking busser. Because I remember at the first, I thought I was gonna get a weekday. But
What did you want?
I don't know. I wanted like something busy, and they gave it to me. And I was like, hey. that's cool.
Never mind then.
I was just surprised.
You're
that they would
welcome.
Give it to me.
Before Danny, who worked those days?
Me?
Was it you?
It was me. It was
Pablo.
yeah, it was Pablo.
Pablo.
Because the thing is, we would alternate,
Yeah.
or it would be because back when it was like 3 or 4, I worked with Pablo, and then they cut us, and it was just one.
That was a long time ago. Well,
And-
no, not even.
Now I'm catching up to now, so I'm shortening it up. So they'd cut it, and then we'd have to alternate, and then I didn't give a shit. They're like, "Hey, I want to give you the busy days." I'm like, "Listen, it don't matter. Just give me, because I got school and shit like that, and I got shit to do. So just give me Sundays." And that's all I had. I only worked Sundays, and then until now, basically, when your sister went back up, I just took Tuesday and Wednesday. That was at that time period. I was just like, all right, well, school's
out.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I'm
school's
like-
in.
So I didn't have Tuesday. I had Tuesday and Wednesdays free.
Right.
So I went to work for those, and I was like, all right, that's simple. That's all I got. So the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I gave them up for my the schedule I have now. So yeah, there goes that.
Rory only has one day, doesn't
He has 2. He has Monday and Thursday.
he? Really?
That's why he says yes all the time.
Describe Rory to me as a
White, skinny kid with glasses, and he has a bunch of freckles.
Like Meet the Robinsons.
Wow.
Do you remember?
Wow.
It kind of reminds me of the fucking that blonde kid.
Yeah.
Blonde kid.
If he wasn't blonde, if he was like dark hair, that's wow.
Do you remember?
It's crazy.
Some fucked up teeth. That's him right there.
That's messed
Do
up.
you remember that one tall, skinny kid that used to work at Carlos and Pepe's?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson
You remember
flexing Max and
Jackson?
West.
Wasn't that like Sophia's thing? I wasn't there, but like I heard Giselle talk about it before.
Yeah, so Jackson, I Sophia's neighbor or something like that.
He was ass, wasn't he? And
He was
like,
terrible. So apparently she brought him in, and everyone thought that like they were friends, like in school or whatever. He was so bad, like like working wise, but also like common sense wise.
Yeah,
He
he was
would
a
hit on
fucking
people,
idiot.
right?
He was a fucking idiot.
What did you say?
He would hit on people, wouldn't he?
Would he?
I don't know.
That's a different person.
Oh really?
Multiple different people.
Damn.
But one thing that really sticks me out the most is that they caught him, Ari and your sister Giselle. They caught him drinking some like the leftover margaritas that customers would leave.
You know the ones they put in like the
in the
rack?
in the glass rack. Yeah, that was like as soon as I heard that, I was like, ugh.
I was like, that's so fucking gross, dude. As I made myself a drink behind the bar.
Dude, that's so fucking
Like, that's so irresponsible.
So-
you know what I'm saying?
So-
you're like, dude, that's
Ari and
And then doing it on a podcast like people can see.
yeah.
Ari, Giselle, and Sophia were all talking next to the computer where I was doing, and they were all talking, and I hear Sophia like talking mad shit about him. And I look at her, I'm like, whoa! I thought that was like
I'm
your.
trying to go.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, you're just gonna
Before that
switch
was
up.
even a thing.
You're just gonna just switch up on him like that? Like I thought he was your friend. He's like, no, I barely know the guy or whatever. I'm like, really? Yeah, he's my neighbor or something like that. But that's how he got the job. I'm like, oh.
Let's fire him.
Yeah. Dude, he was pretty fucking stupid.
Really? He was
Yeah.
just bad at his job?
Yeah, and he was stupid.
What would he do that was...
Have you ever seen like a stupid guy?
Yeah, I'm looking at one.
Yeah, I'm looking at one too.
Ooh. Can't facts.
Dude, there's no mirror in here.
Okay. There's a window. Let me jump out.
This is where Danny says.
Windows,
That's how I know I'm not
mirrors,
wrong,
same
but
thing,
he
man.
didn't save himself. Anyways.
Nah, man. He was just a dumb kid. Like he wasn't good at his job.
Kids. Good thing I was never one.
Did you meet Pablo?
Yeah, fuck the pop. He trained me.
All right, he a pimp. He a pimp.
He's
Dude.
a homie.
He was rough beforehand, but you know he was a kid, so we gave him some leeway. Well, I gave him some leeway.
He's into feet.
The
Real nigga.
the thing about it, before I met Pablo, the way Victor described him made me hate him.
Victor hated him, right?
Yeah, Victor
I
hated him.
hated Pablo.
So
Again,
I was-
Victor's very aggressive.
Yeah, so I was on Victor's side. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, fuck him. I was like, let's rob his house. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Steal his shoes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something I used to say all the time. Like, hey, don't Pablo live right there? Let's go rob his shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's where Pablo stays?
Before I even knew who he was, and then I found out he was Gotti's cousin. I'm like, now we definitely gotta rob him. Nah, but then I met him, dude, and he was fucking hilarious. And I'm just like, well, what's Victor's fucking beef with this guy, man?
Yeah.
Let's rob
Sorry.
Victor.
Let's rob Victor. I'm talking to Pablo. I'm taking over Victor's stage.
I'm telling you, as much as Victor wants to, you know, be like, oh, why don't you do this or whatever, it's pretty much how he comes off first.
Yeah.
Very aggressive is his tone.
I
And I already have his guard up.
I saw Pablo as something else. I don't know how, but I just didn't like him growing up.
Growing up, dude. You saw him as a kid.
The
It was
first
a personal
yeah.
beef from long ago.
But after a while, we hung
From the
out.
desert.
Ironically, we hung out, and
I've seen
I like him. He's cool. He's a funny guy.
I've seen Pablo throw a tantrum.
Really?
Yeah, that was around the first time.
And
When
that
he was
really
16.
that really solidified the fuck. I fucking hate him.
What do you do?
No, he was like, oh, I was talking to him, and then he wanted me to go like buy him like a gun or something, airsoft or a BB gun or some shit, like some toy or whatever it was. And he's like, "Oh, gotta buy at Walmart. It's 24 hours or whatever." And he's like, "Go buy." I'm like, "I don't think I can." He's like, "Come on, man, ¿por qué no?" And then he rolled around in the floor. He's like, "Come on, man."
In the restaurant.
In the restaurant.
Because you know where 45 is, right? And you know the steps. He was.
It wasn't like a kid because he was sitting on the stairs. Is what it was, and he was like hiding from Roberto, and then he's like, and he laid back. He's like, "¿Por qué no, man?" And he started running around and shit like that, and I was just like, Jesus Christ!
Levántate del piso, niño. ¿Qué puta te pasa?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I remember he wanted me to put him down with Chantel.
Ooh,
Chantel.
You know what I'm saying?
She had a small head for that big ass body she had.
She was Greek, I think.
Yeah.
No, or
Is she Greek? I think she was
from
Greek.
Like John
Israel.
Stamos?
Huh? From Israel.
Yeah, something like that.
Judge Stamos.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey," because he didn't speak English like that, so he was like, "Hey, preguntale, dígale que lo quiero pisar." I was like, "I'm not saying that." No.
Dude,
He don't give a fuck.
Pablo does not give a fuck, bro. He's so fucking funny, bro. Oh man.
I know. I turned to Chantel. I'm like, he said, "You want to fuck?"
Hey, my little homie over there say he want to fuck you.
He want to fuck.
What you gonna do
Paolo's
about
a
it?
cutie, dude. No cap. Paolo's a little cutie.
He has that like permanent young face. You know what I'm saying? Like when he's old, he's gonna look.
He got a new piercing.
As long as
On
he
his-
doesn't keep
on
doing
his-
cigarettes, he should be good.
He smokes cigarettes.
He has a cat scratch, too.
Yeah, he has the eyebrow
He
piercing,
smokes cigs?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and on the other eyebrow he has a
He's
cat
getting
scratch.
fucked up.
he's
Yeah,
depressed.
Fucking him up.
Yeah.
Really?
He's heartbroken. That's why he fills the void by
Yeah.
pimping
And toes.
and tells. Yeah,
That's what he said. At least
That's
he's like,
vile.
yeah,
Fills the void by
heartbroken,
pimping,
cigarette
cigs.
smoker. Yeah.
his
Pimping,
cousins.
cigs.
They're usually,
Toes.
they're usually his
Fuck
cousins.
these hoes.
Fuck these hoes. I'm out the toes. That's what he's about. That's his motto. Pablo.
I
Nah,
think
but he a G, man.
Are we gonna have him on a podcast?
Pablo?
it's gonna have to be an all Spanish one.
Sure.
No, but I
You
remember
we
I asked
do a
him.
video.
I'm like, you-
just like subtitles.
Yeah.
I remember I asked him. I was like,
My bad.
I'm like, how you gonna pull up on an American guy? He's like, I'm like, you don't know that much English, and he's like, man, I know enough. He's like, yo sé suficiente. Like, I want your pussy. That's all I had to say. I was like, all right,
That's all I gotta say.
If it works, it works.
all right.
You got a chance, dude.
Checks out.
I mean, people have said worse shit.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. All right, sometimes that's
You're
what
keeping
you,
it PC.
At least you know what you want. Most people don't.
You know, honest and forward.
You know what I'm saying? Straight- straightforward and shit like that. And then teach her some Spanish, and you're good.
Yeah, man.
What happened, Willie?
No, I was gonna say I think this is a pretty good place to.
Why is that?
We've been going for a pretty long time, bro.
2 hours.
You know when
10 minutes.
We're gonna end with Pablo.
Dude, everything ends with Pablo. He is the end all be all. He
He's
is
the
the
God.
creator and destroyer,
The life of Pablo.
the ruler of worlds.
Jose, you're missing a
Destroyer
button, by the way.
pussies, dude.
You missed the button.
Pablo. Just rub this thing away. Let that a bunch of guns.
Well, everyone, thank you for listening to this episode. It's been great having Danny back. Will, how do you feel about this?
Good.
Love Pablo. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we love Pablo
All
here.
love to Pablo.
We're gonna sell merch. It's just we love Pablo.
Pablo for president.
Pablo for president. Vote for,
Yo, what?
vote for
Vote
Pablo.
And Pablo will be oblivious to that. He'll be like, you'll see some kid would just walk around with a fucking t-shirt on. Just has his face on it. It's like,
Yeah, everybody's gonna be cheering for him.
Hey, my head.
Hey, man, ¿qué puta es eso?
that faggot walking around the street, dude.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fucking great.
Dude, Pablo.
Merch ideas.
Pablo.
We love Pablo.
Pablo.
Can facts. I got nothing.
That's
a
it.
picture of Pablo's body.
I was gonna say some foul shit right now.
Some foul shit.
Yeah,
Do it.
you're a white screen. no, just end it right there. All right, let's say the outro. I'm not gonna say it.
I started the outro, but you can do it.
No, I'm good. Thank you for listening. Make sure you tune into every episode. listen to everything.
Make sure you buy my album and Will's album and Wesley's album whenever that comes out. What's out right now? I got Reflections, Roses,
You're going too fast.
Dolphin.
Follow my SoundCloud, dude.
Yeah. Wait, I forgot
Plug
to ask
yourself
that.
in.
I forgot
Follow
to
my
ask how that-
SoundCloud, dude. I'm not gonna even say anything. Just follow it. You can find it.
We'll put it in the description.
You know where I'm at. You know where to find
You know
me.
where I'm at, yeah.
At your local Starbucks.
You'll see me at Carlos and Pepe, 17th
Get-
Street Cantina.
Get
Cantina.
Will's albums, Willis and Cage, The Outside In, and Be Good. Be Good is where it's at. The Outside isn't there, but I like it.
It is pretty.
I actually like both of them.
It is. It's the beginning.
It's my first. It's my debut
but it's
solo
still
album.
good. It's still good for a beginning and stuff like that. You can find it on
Pretty
iTunes, Apple Music,
Be Good is
Spotify,
Where I shine.
Pandora, iHeartRadio, and YouTube, and it's not on SoundCloud.
No,
My
because
shit's on SoundCloud. I get my shit away from
I need
me
my check.
like an asshole.
That one fucking track I posted is pretty mediocre, dude.
What's your first one? So
I liked it.
How's the second one coming along?
I fell off on that shit, dude.
alrighty, damn this guy.
No,
Good
like,
night. Good night.
like,
Good night. Good
I'm
night.
kind of like I don't know what to do with the rest of it, man.
Dude, I liked it for what it was worth.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it, dude.
Thank you for listening, guys. As always, we love you all.
All right, fuck
We appreciate the time you give
Dude,
us.
we were in the middle of sucking each other off, dude. What's up?
Oh,
Like,
man. I didn't
and
even suck them off yet, dude.
You didn't get to finish.
God bless.
have a good night, everyone. And as always, you're a white. You're a white screen.